It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind. Oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner. Oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo.
Hello there. Good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Maiyegun Live. So tonight is going to be the People's Parliament. Check the comments. You will see the link to join the studio. And you will be those discussing different topics tonight. So I'm just going to be here to moderate. And that's what we're going to do. Share the broadcast. Invite your friends and tell everybody that Maiyegun is live. Thank you for joining me. There is a link in that description on YouTube, okay? Copy that link or just tap it, open it. It's going to open to your device. You know how we do it. Share the broadcast.
Godfather is
There's something you shouldn't forget as you are joining, right? And that is your own offering. As you are stepping into the temple of truth tonight or this hour or this minute, drop your offering at the door. Like it.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì.
And yes, so like.
So my parliamentarians are already grouping. They are already, getting ready. As I would say, I can see some of them, in the studio already. So if you really want to be part of this, it is better you join as early as possible so that it won't be too late. And then you'll be like, oh, I missed it. So I'm going to pin it up there. Thank you. Thank Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are watching from. And yes, this is Maiyegun Live. Events in Nigeria in the last 1 week are already showing to us, or should I say, pointing towards where this old charade is going to end. Many people now decided that rather than waste your own time, your resources, and your own mental health, why not dedicate that same time into mobilizing ourselves, not just mobilizing ourselves, sensitizing ourselves and supporting ourselves on the crusade, the message that there is something better than Nigeria. There is something greater than what Nigeria is offering or Nigeria would ever offer. This conversation has been an ongoing one, and it's been, all across board. I have here my friends who are my fellow brethren from Yoruba land, all over the world, who are going to be part of this conversation. I have my friends who are Biafrans, who are also going to try and be part of this conversation tonight. Also, I have on this platform the revolutionaries, the take it backers. I'm talking about the Revolution Now members. They are also members of this gathering, the Temple of Truth. Everyone is welcome. The conversation is going to range from everything going on and what you think we should be doing. What have we been doing right that we should continue to do? What is it that we are supposed to be doing, but we are yet to be doing? So all these are all the kind of conversation that comes on in on the People's Parliament. So you can be part of it too. Please don't join us from the bedroom. Don't lie down on your bed when you want to be part of this conversation. Rather, if you think it is worth it, right? Rather, you give us that privacy and respect, including those who are going to be viewing us. Please don't join me if you are in the bedroom right now. So I am going to open the line, let's start bringing people in. So like I said, the only way to be part of this is not by phoning in. No, don't phone in. You would need to open that link in that comment section. If you have ever been part of the People's Parliament before, you should not find this kind of strange. It is good. The link is going to ask you to connect to the studio via YouTube or Facebook. I bet that most of us have our Facebook opened on our different devices. So if you're going to be using your phone or you're going to be using your laptop or desktop with camera, just remember that once you click that link, it is going to ask you to join via YouTube or Facebook. Don't bother, just click on Facebook. It's easier that way. Put up your name, and then you'll be you'll be part of this right from the comfort of your home. So, like I said, I already have some people of some parliamentarians on the line. So we're going to start with them. And the slots for the beginning, for the start, is going to be 5 minutes each. So tell us what you want everybody to be part of. To converse on. And I have here my first, a lady, the first parliamentarian. I heard about 3 people suddenly who dropped. I don't know what happened to your connections, but I'm just going to start with you, Ma. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Maiyegun. Thank you for the wonderful work you've been doing.
Thank you for joining me tonight.
It's my pleasure to join tonight. I would have preferred to speak my language, Yoruba, but I'll be mixing it up.
Please, if you can, I will appreciate that. So you open the floor for us tonight, Ma, while other parliamentarians will join us while you speak. So please, Ma, go on.
Okay. I'll start for saying it's eating really, really well in Nigeria now. Out of all what you have been discussing, telling us in the Temple of Truth,
right.
They are saying it now, gradually. But I will appreciate we in the Temple of Truth, our family members back home, because I have a lot of the names you gave them, like Yabobaku, like the Shogbu Alumangiri, all names. I have a colleague. We are just 2 years difference of age. We are so close. He's a man.
Wow.
I won't say he's rich, but he's not poor. I forced him to join the Temple of Truth, but he will tell me, nothing is going to happen. But to my surprise, some few days, he said, Ore, are you speaking in spirits or you are seeing dreams or vision? I told him, but I've shared with you where we are getting this truth from.
That's right.
But he refused to join. He said, he will not deceive me. Nigeria will break anytime. But he has not yet confirmed it by himself. He is just saying that Nigeria will break anytime. But most of them are yet
pointers. Everything is pointing to that. Even if people are living in denial of it, it's so obvious that,
that is true. But my fear is for we the Lagosians. Till today, as we are talking, party are still going on. Because I believe even the worst will start from Lagos. I believe that. Because someone told me that in Alimosho local government, a old street, all the houses there were bought by Hausas. If they've bought houses, now renting to themselves, I pity because all my families are in Lagos. So just continue. According to Yoruba words that say, a lot of people, they wait Ọlọ́run má ṣe wọ́n ní adọ́run mọ̀ọ́tọ́. Because it's not the one that car hits that will take the number of the car. Gradually, everybody, they are eating their breakfast. I said yesterday that Tinubu is not yet eating his breakfast. It's just they are putting to the table for him. They are setting his breakfast. When he will eat the breakfast, we always see it. But I pray it's not too late for him, because yesterday in TOT was wonderful. That now Buhari transfer APC to PDP. That's just a shock. To PDP, sorry, APC to PDP. Just a shock. It's not yet real the time. So if I still have more time, should I continue for my time?
Thank you so much, Ma. I will excuse you for a moment, okay? So I have a few things I'm going to kind of share too. think I left them out yesterday, just before. Some of my parliamentarians, they didn't put on their camera. So if you are right there, remember you have to put on the camera so that we can see ourselves. And it is not a phone in. I can see that so many people are trying to phone in as well, but I'll come back to that. This is, where is that again? 1 sec. Just a moment, oh. So and I think it's this. Then I'll speak afterward.
Be the one telling me. You heard him in a channel, boasting that is behind a main man that depends on the breath of God. I pity illiteracy. Say shame. You are boasting to remove another governor. What qualifies you? Just because you are packing money that is public fund, not intellectual material, but just packing money from public funds, and you are boasting about it. Otherwise, whom were you? I became a billionaire at the age of 25. I've worked all my life, and I've asked him to come for public debate. I do not commission 3.4 kilometer road. I commission 35 kilometer roads. I commission twin flyovers running to 1 kilometer. I commission mega projects with little resources. So if he says he has done well and there is Mr. this or that, let him come for public debate with me. Let me know, let's start with our childhood,
So this is something I left behind yesterday. And I think I should have even started from there before we get fully into the parliamentarian convo, right? So again, I'm still having trouble with some of those who wants to participate, okay? So if you really want to participate, you follow those steps I mentioned, okay? I described earlier. Once you open the link is it's right there in the comment section. Let me see if I can drop it again. Just 1 sec. So that is the link. If you check your comment right now, you'll see right there. So you need to open it, follow the 2 steps. I think it's going to ask you, how do you want to get connected? Facebook or YouTube? Don't use YouTube. Just click on Facebook, follow it through, and then you'll see yourself in the studio. I'll see you here with me. And then you can join and add your own conversation, okay? So it is this part of Southern, Southern solidarity that we spoke about a while back. And that Southern solidarity was that there is a deliberate, let's start from here, right? We know that the failure of Bukwari's government, the failure of APC, and all these killings and everything, right? As somehow, even with those of them from northern Nigeria, the elites, they have concluded that Bukwari's time is a complete waste. So to them, Bukwari served himself and served his own other jihadists close their pals. So if Nigeria is to have peace, to have progress, the northern Nigeria will need to produce the president of Nigeria in 2023. But because of the atrocities committed by those with Bukwari and Buhari himself, right? Now, it is also so kind of obvious that they are not going to let go. If they are going to leave at all, they're not going to let go of the power just to anybody, right? Even if they have to burn down the entire Nigeria as they are doing right now, they will do it and nobody can stop them. You know why? Because they will need those that can assure them that all of the atrocities, all of the crimes, all of the killings, extrajudicial killing, all the ethnic cleansing and everything that they have committed, right? They need a set of people that are going to keep them safe, that are going to ensure that they are never probed or tried. But there is no one that can guarantee that. Even if these guys hand over power to military, they are still never going to escape justice. Malamu is not going to escape justice. It's a pandemic is not going to escape justice. Bukwari is not going to escape justice. There's no way they are really good. Even if they manage to get covered by Nigeria, they're not going to escape the justice eventually. So we know that this power play of a thing is what finally played out in APC, Egbekegbe, just 2 days ago, where your Jaga bandits, the Jaga Wiri, the Jaga Adit, the Ashiwaju Awatoli of Lagos, is now smelling his own breakfast that is currently going through the preparation in their oven. Now, we know why. There is no record. There is no record of the level of corruption that you have witnessed in the last 7 years under these criminals. There is no record of that in the history of Nigeria. Despite the fact they said Abacha will be shaken in his grave. That wow, see wait, how much I stole that these people want to kill me. Look at the level of this looting. These guys have looted to the point that right, they were printing money. They were not printing money to help the economy. They were printing money that, in order to make up for the shortages that the sale of crude oil, the tax collection, the loan they were taking couldn't pay for. So they were printing money. These guys, under them, bunkering, stealing of a crude oil in Nigeria. You know, before they came in, they said stealing of Nigeria crude oil, that half of it is stolen. Who are those who were stealing the Nigerian crude oil? The Nigerian retired military, the current military chiefs, Nigeria generals. They were those behind bunkering. Now, bunkering has now escalated under these criminals. They said 80% of Nigerian crude is now stolen under these rogues. Where do you think they steal them from? They steal the crude oil from? Of course, from the Niger Delta. Where do you think they ferried? Where do you think they ferried the stolen crude oil through? They ferried them through the IC in Niger Delta. And who are those who provide the security for them? The Niger Delta militants. So things gone from worse to God knows, maybe like a grave as we speak. Fine. They need a cover. They need people to cover all of that up. These guys emptied the what they call the excess crude account. Excess crude account is where they keep the excess of the money they make from the sale of crude oil. So they always have a benchmark, right? The benchmark is to say, this is how much we're going to sell the crude oil. The little one they left for you, even selling that, they still loot everything. The excess crude account is empty. Today, these guys have been selling crude oil per barrel. They have been selling in excess of over $55 in the last 2 months. Well, nobody is asking accountability, because the report that came out just a moment ago, I think it was about last week as well, yeah, that report came from the Auditor General of Nigeria. Auditor General of Nigeria said they were doing the auditing of NNPC, right? NNPC, which Bukwari is the Minister of Petroleum, right? NNPC is headed by Kyari, another criminal, another rogue, representing the interest of those who are the owners of Nigeria. NNPC pumping Nigerian crude oil under these rogues, right? They pumped over 107 million barrels of crude oil that they couldn't account for. They put all of that into the cost and what's the value of that stolen crude oil stolen by NNPC? This is different from the bunkering, the one stolen from the source. So this is the one they pumped. They accounted to have they accounted for that they had possession of and they sold. But in the point of transit, sell the crude oil, get the money back, 107 million barrel lost. When they calculated that was about $9 billion. $9 billion. Meanwhile, these rogues are planning to go and borrow. How much are they planning to borrow right now? They are planning to borrow over $20 billion. Yet, in 2019, NNPC, Nigeria Petroleum Corporation, right? They couldn't account for 9 billion. So they need people to cover them up. They don't want to go to jail. So this is the power play. And to get somebody, in order to fix it, you have to fix the process that is going to produce those who are going to maintain that. Now, if you don't see that, Now, they don't want to lose power. 2, they don't want to lose it just anyhow without a plan. And in all of this plan, right, none of them has anything to do with you as Southerners. No. Except if you want to be part of that plan, the plan of this northern elite, these criminals, who feels like Bokwari's time is a waste. So maybe when he's gone, another northerner can take charge so that they can then maybe have a proper fear, proper touch, or proper complete destruction of Nigeria. And you see all this destruction, economic destruction, or what do you call it? Physical destruction, this terrorism act and the rest of them, they benefit from it. They do. They are elites. So that power, if you are from the south, it costs you the blood of your people. It may cost you your blood, but if you survive it, you may get a reward if you are in on it. And if you check the political power play, that is how it is, the playbook, that is how it's been schemed, even in PDP. The North would have to use their proper time. Bokwari's time is just a time to let an Islamic jihadist, a fanatic, to just enjoy the pleasure of being president, even if hundreds of thousands of you will have to die. Do you understand that now? So this is not them. Now, their scheme is so straightforward. Bokwari can help them make that easy in a two-way thing. If to say, for those who have been swindled into the APC Egbe change in 2015 as Yoruba people, if they believe the lie that the reason why Tifnumbu took them or took Yoruba name into that occultic arrangement called the APC was for the Yorubas to have access to power through Tifnumbu. Now, if those who bought the lies in 2015, if they have not realized that it is now a mirage, they've been scammed, and Tifnumbu is like a dying horse who is just giving his last kick. Now, APC, Egbekegbe, has now been handed over to the people Tifnumbu claimed to be rescuing Yorubas from if they were allowed to be in power. Now, make it easy on yourself. So, Southern solidarity back then, that we were saying, okay, if they should do something like Southern solidarity, for example, the declaration of illegality of open grazing, the Amoteku movement, every other thing that could have given South the stronger kind of voice in the project Nigeria, and not be or play the second fiddle, which they are ending. I mean, they're going to have to play with the way the whole thing is being schemed there toward, against them now. So if they had listened, if the likes of Tifnumbu had probably taken a cognizant look of that, why the South are going to be defensive when the North comes offensive. That offensive started with APC, Egbekegbe, and that has already put a K-leg, obviously, into your 2023 swagger. But look at the other part too, the PDP. In their own way, they have already played into the hands of Bokwari, whose only interest is to ensure that whoever is going to take over from them is going to be that person who is going to ensure the continued Fulani hegemony, the supremacy, and then the Fulani occupation, which is the genesis of most of this crack that you are witnessing today. Let's break it up. Let everybody manage their affair. Do your thing. Let's do our thing. We want to defend ourselves. We want to protect our women and our children. We will never succumb and then leave our lands there for these invaders and all of that, right? They are all because of the policy and the polity of Bokwari. These are the ideas that they will need protected. And if you pay attention very well, the political permutation as we speak, as APC prepared to cover their bomb. The PDP are also playing their game because they need power too. Theirs is not intention. Well, maybe theirs is not to come and protect the Fulani hegemony, right? But they would have to eventually protect the interest, because the Fulani hegemony that we are talking about, it has now become somehow the project of the elite of the North. And that is why when Boko Haram started the ethnic supremacy, the Fulani ethnic supremacy, or the North supremacy over the rest of Nigeria, or the rest of the ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, the rest of all these northern elites, what did they do? They kept mute. Many of them backed him publicly. And when they realized that Nigeria has cracked, broken, and is about to become history, they decided to say, well, he's not doing it for us. So Atiku is in the picture, and it is for a reason. Tifnumbu's chance in APC, Egbekegbe, is done for. And I'll tell you that as well in a moment. But what did that do? That also positioned in northern Nigeria, the Fulani oligarch, and every of their political rogue and criminals who have indulged the Boko Haram and APC Egbekegbe up to this moment. It has now positioned them, right, to use the same thing they use all the time. We are more than you. We don't care about the political party. And that is where they played you in the South. And if you now pay attention to the characters in the South, who some of you probably will feel like, okay, if they say the South should produce the president among these rogues, who do you think would that be? Where you already have names. The one that committed 35 kilometer, and the one that constructed 3.5 kilometer bridge, and the rest of them, they are potential presidential candidate from the South. Umayi, in order to satisfy Boko Haram, Umayi decided to kill the people of Ebonyi State, the Biafrans in Ebonyi. He decided to publicly and repeatedly, right, kill them, persecute them, hunt them, in order to make Boko Haram feel like he is probably a trustworthy ally from the East. Number one, they said he's performed so well in Ebonyi. I mean, I don't even know all this performance they talk about anyway. But they said he's performed so well in Ebonyi. If he's performed so well in Ebonyi, and it can also show us that Biafrans are not going to break away if a Biafran become president, Umayi sacrificed his own people. And today, he is in this soup that is purportedly cooked by Were Wike. Now, Wike too has declared. Do you know that the same Wike conveniently, just to prove the one Nigeria, right? Just to prove to this, probably to the North, that, if they have the chance of producing the next president of Nigeria, definitely they are ready to sacrifice as many people and kill as many people as possible who probably will continue to be against the existence of the contraption. So Were Wike killed, I don't know how many numbers, but you can tell the number is in their hundreds. He killed hundreds of Biafrans in Obigbo, and he bragged about it. Now, for one Nigeria too, not just that. You have other characters. So Tifnumbu is there. You have Oshimbade, fake Pastor Ruga, and the rest of them. But when you pay attention very well, very, very well, in PDP, they know, apart from the money that Wike we said he has, right? They know it stands no chance, because the PDP as it is just the replica of the APC, as APC is the replica of what Nigeria is, disjointed, unfair, imbalanced arrangements, right? So when the shove come to push, come to shove, whatever it is, Were Wike will eventually position himself for the vice presidential slot. Yes. So, which means he will be preparing to deputize another northerner. Because the idea then is that, in order to take power from APC, Egbekegbe, definitely the next person that will take, I mean, there must be the president must come from the northern Nigeria. Now, this is an arrangement they haven't, that you know, in a way that should automatically tell you that if your reason is because your reason for asking for, to be out of this contraption, this Nigeria, and you would rather be in Yoruba Nation or you would rather be in Biafra Republic, is because of the opportunity that Bokwari and APC, Egbekegbe, gave you, the opportunity to expose the lie, the deceit that they called one Nigeria. Now, no matter how much they try to package it again, no matter who they used to package it again, you don't want to find yourself again entrapped in another Fulani, northern Nigeria, led Nigeria. It is just going to be one same result, bloodbath. You will be hunted down. And when you realize that those who were supposed to actually have what they call the Southern solidarity, they are already divided. There is nothing like Southern strength. And when politicians from Southern Nigeria tells you that Nigeria is worth fighting for, or they want to be president for this or that, tell yourself and pinch yourself that you know what? It is just these regular lies that they use to draw you into the lies, into the fraudulent arrangement. And before you know it, you'll be joining them to validate it. You'll be getting your voter's card. When it is too late, then the real picture will be shown to you. That's another 4 years of trauma. In a way, when the Fulani terrorists invaded the southern Nigeria, right? The southern politicians, they were not bold enough. They were not even men enough to come out publicly and call it what it is, which is the Fulani terrorists killing, kidnapping, ransacking our villages, and chasing our men and women out of their farms. Our villages have been becoming isolated enough that people are becoming refugees in different parts of neighboring countries. In Yoruba land, for example, yeah, people are burying their dead. No single politician in Yoruba land, PDP, APC, right? Christian, Muslim, young, old, whatever. None of them was bold enough to come out boldly and call it exactly what it was. They were trying to be politically correct until people started paying the supreme price. People were being killed until people were being kidnapped on the highway, Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Lagos-Shagamu Benin Expressway, and so many other motorways in Yoruba land. They became, kidnappers' den. And with the same story from all the victims who survived, Fulani terrorists kidnapped them. They kept them in the forest for days, for weeks, until ransoms were paid. No politicians in Yoruba land thought, indeed, this is not the Nigeria they signed up for. They were lying to us. They were using their political correctness to make this look like we are all going crazy. And they started saying that we should watch what we say. We should be careful of what we say. They wanted to gag us. They criminalized our statements, and they were willing to sacrifice us just to prove that Nigeria can remain one, even if we are dying. Now, this is the scenario until now. Now, look at them, PDP, APC. You are going to be drawn into their own lies again, the lies of one Nigeria. And there's no difference in them anymore, by the way. Though you have been saying that, we have been saying that again and again, there's no difference between PDP and APC. But is that something that you genuinely believe, or you are going to be believing right now? It doesn't matter whether they are Yorubas or Yorubas, Igbo, Hausa, Fulani, or wherever they come from. You tell me, those who kept mute when those Fulani terrorists were kidnapping us, when they were chasing our men and women out of their farms, when they were raping our grandmothers on their ways to farm and markets, the Yoruba politicians, they kept mute. And then at some point, they decided that they were not going to be mute again. They started what they called Amotekun. That was meant to be a breath of fresh air, a relief or a reprieve for us to say, well, maybe the political class are now responding. They said we shouldn't take laws into our hands. That is, if you decided that you wanted to protect yourself, you want to defend yourself or defend your families, defend your properties. You don't want to die in the hands of these lawless aliens that are protected by just because one of them is in charge of the government of Nigeria. You get what I mean now? You don't want to die, but they said, no, you can't do that. It is a crime to even defend yourself. It was that bad. Then they said they started the Amotekun, a supposed state police that should provide security for our locals. I mean, it's obvious that the Fulani terrorists in Nigeria, they have already overwhelmed the Nigerian security officials, the police, the military. Apart from the fact that they have already been compromised by their leadership from top to bottom, so to say. But again, the numbers of the weapons in the hands of these terrorists cannot be compared to the weapons in the hands of the Nigerian security men. Even when they have the weapons, they have already been compromised never to act. So when they started Amotekun, it was meant to be a breath of a fresh air, something like a relief that, okay, now maybe this can chase them away. The political class in Yoruba land, they were never united on this. I mean, protect us. Yes, it's our right to demand for Yoruba Nation. It is our right to demand for a safe place, which is our land, to stay. It is our right as well, right, to stay alive. Yes, we have right to life, and we have right to choose who we want to be. I mean, Nigeria shouldn't take all of that away from us. Even if Nigeria want to take that away from us, the political class in Yoruba land who speak Yoruba, who dress Yoruba, who actually, live Yoruba, who eat Yoruba, who speak like Yorubas, who actually speak Yoruba, so to say, yeah, they failed to speak up for us. Now, when they decided to start the Amotekun, it was pretty, then, there was some show off. There was really some big show about it. Those who were against it, Malamu, Fulani man, Bokwari, Fulani man, and the rest of all those Fulani, Kanuri, and all those ones who are with them because of their benefit from the Nigeria system, they were against it publicly. Tifnumbu was mute. He was quiet. Yes, he was. He couldn't even put his weight behind the security of Yoruba land. He couldn't even live like a man. He was not man enough. A spineless coward that he is. He kept mute. Now we know why. Because he wanted to be president. I mean, save the Yoruba people that you claim to come from. I mean, save them. Support the ideas that keep them safe. Don't be politically correct about it. But they chose power instead of the protection of the Yoruba land, right? Yes, they did. They kept mute. And then what happened? Amotekun started, and only to become a paper tiger. Right before our eyes, Amotekun started checking phones like SARS, while the terrorists, Fulani terrorists, continue to expand. They continue to take every part of Yoruba land. And this is not even like being tribalist, being racist or what have you. We are talking about events that are taking place. People are dying. People are paying ransoms. Families are being destroyed. The trauma of being kidnapped and then your life hanging in the balance, and you have no idea. You have no hope or expectation of being rescued or even being treated when you eventually regain your freedom. All of this became the trauma that people live with today in Yoruba land, but they chose to be politically correct about it. And Amotekun ended up as what? Paper tiger, checking phones. Are you a Yahoo boy? Are you a cultist? Are you this or that? Did you have a fight with your wife? Have you? I mean, your vehicle documents, are they complete? Amotekun then became the people that are now going. They say Amotekun is engaging people, fighting and shooting in a community. They are fighting the cultists, while the Fulani terrorists, they are living like kings in our forest. 1,748 camps were discovered to be illegal camps of a Fulani terrorist in Yoruba land. As far back as 2016, God knows how many camps they have now. God knows how many territories they control now, when we don't even have a clue or report of all these incidences as they happen. Many Yorubas are already probably paying taxes to Fulani terrorists in their different domains. Do we even have the resources to check on them? Do the political class even care about that? Of course they don't. So Amotekun died a natural death because of the division in the southern division. Then they said that there is a ban on open grazing, ban on the movement of cows, ban on this, ban on that. But every day you still see their cows everywhere. And all this division shows that there is nothing these political rogues in southern Nigeria, nothing, no show up they put together, nothing they put out there that will ever in any way be taken serious in any way. They have no say in the scheme of things. The earlier you know that, the better for you. And when the most they fear, let me tell you this, and I figured that out, the people they fear most are the people who have decided to what? To leave Nigeria. Whatever it's going to take, keep the word going, keep the advocacy going, the mobilization. I'm talking about the sensitization. Keep the awareness up and running, because that is the only thing they feared most. And watch them, as the majority of them who kept mute all this while. Watch as they will begin to tell you how much they are going to look into you and your grievances, your own disagreements. Oh, Yoruba Nation, don't worry, don't go. We're going to look into that. This time around, we're going to look into state police. We're going to look into resource control. We're going to look into self-determination. We're going to look into new constitution. They're going to tell you a lot of things. But they've been quiet all this while. So I don't know why. And I want to hear from you too. I decided to do that long stretch because my parliamentarians need something to ginger them and bring them on. I have a lot of them already waiting, and I'm going to begin to bring them on right now. Thanks so much for your patience. Your camera should be back on your face, please, so that everyone can, you know what I mean? Everyone can know who is who. Please get the cameras on, guys, and thank you so much for joining me. Hello. So what we're going to do is this, to make it easier for all of us. You can pick your topic, you can choose your convo, you can direct us to wherever you would like us to go to on this chat. But you know what? Just make it very, very, very straightforward, and don't repeat yourself too much. I'll start with Clement. So Clement is on the line. I've got, let me take something off, one sec. So until I call you, please keep your microphone mute. I've got Theophilus Oniyede, then I've got Andrew Osahon. So what we're going to do is that Clement is going to open the floor. After Clement, Theophilus is going to go after that, and then Andrew is going to be after that. Clement, good to see your face. How you doing, Baba?
I'm fine, though. Good to know.
Good to know, then, my brother. Oh, sorry. Just take you off. Sorry. Clement.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir?
Good to know, Ben. I'm doing great, Baba. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Baba, I mean, first of all, I will say greetings to all the parliamentarians, the comrades, people in the comment section. Like, I mean, lovely greetings to everybody.
Thank you so much.
The main thing, yes, sir, and to you too as well for your great job. The main thing, you don't not, how do I say, you knocked everything, you know, you just put it on a nutshell, and I'm so happy about that. See, the situation in Nigeria, see this Amotekun you talked about, they were fucking it up, right? Then, afterwards, Baba, before me I come off from Nigeria, I never heard anything like Meyeti Allah. They were in support of Meyeti Allah. They were, you know, downgrading our own Amotekun, and that's where I will keep in this discrimination even within the Yorubas. Are no kankanfo, your are no kankanfo, are one weary. Gani Adams. Was it not the one coming up like OPC should be the one doing the job? They were doing nothing.
I mean, that's right? Why you are right. It was like, why do we have to start Amotekun when we have OPC? And people were like,
exactly.
That's so right. Well, Clem.
Well, I don't want to really go too deep into that though. We want to hear words. Do you realize one fact that all these one Nigeria people, most of them are two-sided people, literate and illiterate. They are like two in one. So I will give you one example in Yoruba. So I will explain it also in English to our Igbo people and our other guys. School to fẹ́ kọ WAEC àti JAMB. Ìkànnì méjèèjì ó fẹ́ kọ WAEC àbí JAMB. Wọ́n á fún lórí ìjò. Wọ́n fún lórí ìjò. Ọ̀rìjọ́ ẹ̀ wọ́n tún wá kọ́ gàdàgbà sójú blackboard. Number 1 question A, number 2 B, number 3 E, number 4 F. At the end of the day, these students still had F9 parallel.
Kabisi.
So the situation, what I just explained for our able people is like a student who they gave like a loophole or a joke during our secondary school days, who was about to write WAEC or NECO or JAM. Exactly. So they gave him expo to pass the exam. They wrote it on the blackboard. And these students couldn't still pass and stay at F9 parallel. That's the situation of those who believe in one Nigeria. Why do I say so? That's why we are setting up a program right here around Stuttgart, Germany. Like, we want to have an open conversation. If you are Igbo, if you are Bini, if you are Yoruba, anyone, whoever you are, if you support one Nigeria, we want to sit down and deliberate about it and talk about it. Like, why do you believe in continuation of Nigeria? Give us your points. And we too, I mean, a peaceful open here, this thing, we could be 50, we could be 60. We sit down there. Afterwards, we have drink, we will eat. We want to do this to make them, because the situation at hand is like that example that I just brought of that student who is about to write an exam. The results, not the results, the answers are already written on the blackboard. Then couldn't still pass. And now we want to help them, in this case, by standing beside that student and showing him, see, that number 1 is A. Look at the blackboard, they wrote A in front. The number 4 is E, they wrote E in front. We want to make them realize the fact, the reasons why one Nigeria can never work.
It can't.
The cheating is too much.
Claiming is a victim. People need to know.
Exactly. So now the situation at hand is I want to organize this. We will sit and let them know we are living in Germany. What are the reasons why people all around the world will always respect made in Germany? Why will everybody want to buy Mercedes, prefer it to Toyota, but buy Porsche, luxury cars, Opel, Volkswagens, made in Germany? That's just in the auto industry. There are a lot of industries out there, right? So now, tell me one industry you have in Nigeria. That's just a expo for them in case they are listening right now. Some of them do listen to Maiyegun.
They do.
In case they won't comment because they know they will get attacked. So now, we want to tell them, like, tell me one industry which is functioning in Nigeria. Don't tell me Davido or music industry or Nollywood, though, please, because that's a bullshit industry. That's a bullshit. Don't tell me because one Oyibo girl is out there singing Davido word for word, that makes you the populace of Nigeria enjoying the basic amenities, right? We don't have any goddamn shit. Nothing, Baba. You understand? So now we want to deliberate on this, and I believe people around the world who are watching this should also try to cultivate this. Not be fights matter. No. We just want to make them understand. See, that question number 1 is written on the board. Is A. Just write it in front of me. Let me see you writing it. We want to correct them and make them realize the fact, like, it's not possible for this thing to work. There is one-sidedness. Want to do apa? Not what is your wallet? You want to fuck wow up, man.
No, man.
So it's only the blind who won't see this. Someone who's not thinking outside of the box wouldn't realize this. With everyday sad news that you are listening to, with every discrimination that you can see, nepotism and everything, and you still stand there and believe in one Nigeria, you must be a fool, man. So now, Baba, I went this by applying to our people to please sign that petition and please believe and trust in no fear anymore. That's the problem of we Yorubas. We fear a lot. Prophet Fela said, "You are fear too much. We are not scared anymore. Our eyes don't open. We are not sleeping anymore, Baba." Thank you. I greet all parliamentarians. Let's do it.
Nice one, man. Thank you so much for that brilliant submission, Clem. So I'm gonna go to Theophilus Oniyi. It's your turn. Let me unmute this and hang on. Where are we? One sec. Right. So we can hear you now. Can you hear us?
Yes, loud and clear, Maiyegun.
Fantastic. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. I really want to thank you once again.
God bless you.
In fact, the love that I have for this platform is unquantifiable.
I can see that you actually have to pack.
As I'm at work.
Oh, are you?
It's just that I don't want to show you many things. I'm right here at a unit because we are on unit tour.
Right.
and this is a state vehicle that I'm inside. I really want to be part of this program. I told the director I have to.
Thank you so much. Now you have the chance. There you go, sir. Please.
Maiyegun,
sir.
To greet everybody on this platform, and I want to greet every friend, all the friends of Maiyegun, including the non-friends as well. As you
That's right.
You see, Maiyegun,
sir.
Kò yé wọn, yóò yé wọn lọ́la. Kò yé wọn, yóò yé wọn. Ó tiẹ̀ tí wá ń yé wọn sìn, you know. If everybody watched the convention of APC, I laughed, and I wept for people like Nnamdi. Because let me tell you, most of them are coming back. But I hope by then it might not be too late. Look at what happened at Kanu International Airport. Maiyegun, they are just testing the water.
Yeah.
That country, Nigeria, is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. And it's not going to do anybody well when it blows. The Northerners, the so-called Fulanis, they know that that country is gone. And they were just, trying to prepare their way.
Time. Yes, sir, there was a time people said the level at which they are borrowing and stealing that same money is pretty much like they know something we don't know, that maybe they have an idea that maybe if Nigeria is going to break, they would have taken almost whatever they can get.
In the situation we are, and Buhari is giving out $1 million to Afghanistan. What does that tell you?
Wow.
They are constructing railway to Maradi. What does that tell you? They are laying pipes to Maradi. What does that tell you? Maiyegun, that country, and they know what they are doing. Look at that guy. I forgot his name. The guy that was crying when he was withdrawing his.
Oh, what's that guy's name again? Though.
The name.
What's his name? They are not really that.
He was crying. I mean, look at what they are doing to
him. They told him that there are two cases. Two cases.
Two cases.
We heard that. Homicide, one of them, homicide.
No,
okay, so you need to step down. And he had to. He started crying.
No, he doesn't want, but he has to.
He just had to.
If not, he will rot in jail. Look
at
what they did. I saw that man that his 2 hands was caught.
Did you see that, sir?
I saw it.
That happened, though.
I think it happened.
Somebody even said that, sir, thanks so much for mentioning that.
Yeah.
Somebody was sending a message in the comment and said they should get, they should get the artificial hand for him, and they can get that in Nigeria of today. They said people now get that. If not, that man is done for life. A vigilante, one soldier down.
Who is going to get that for him? Is this Tiff Nnamdi that will get that for him? My brother. I heard Umai talking about constructing roads and blah, 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 stuff, nonsense. Let him come over here. Roads, bridge over bridge. People will never come out to say, oh, we do this.
I constructed a road.
Constructed road. Maiyegun, our governor in the state of Texas is on wheelchair. And is performing wonders. Come over here and see roads. Come over here and see bridge.
God even bless you in Texas. In America, now get all these biggest road. Maybe I see them in the movies. And I'm like, how do you drive on all those like 10 lanes?
My brother, we in fact, 6 lanes here, 6 lanes over there. Good. You can move any time of the day. Nobody's going to stop you. Nobody's going to harass you. Don't get me wrong. We have issues here too.
That's
America
right.
has their own, bad side. Things are working here. Things are working. That country is on a is sitting on a keg of gunpowder and it's going to blow. Maiyegun is going to blow. Let me just leave you.
I'm so happy that you could stay back because you've been there for more than half an hour, and I'm like, oh my God, you had to pack. So thank you so much, sir, for participating. As usual, you have a wonderful day, sir. At work. Nice one. So I know he's going to be watching us in any way. So I'm going to go to Andrew. Sir, you want to... Is your how are you, Sir Andrew? So I'm going to share this slot again, and I'm going to start here with Tosin Adekunle. I'm going to go to Paul. Paul, it's good to see you, by the way. And then I'm going to go to Michaelo. Sir, you go after Paul. But first, let's hear from Andrew. Sir, over to you.
Maiyegun himself, how are you?
I am very well. How are you, sir?
Adúpẹ́, ẹ̀gbọ́n Rodney ló ń sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n Rodney.
Rodney tó máa ń pè ẹ́ tó.
The real Rodney Gogon.
Yes, Emile Ẹ̀gbọ́n.
It's good to see your face. Now I can master that. Just like
it's so good to speak to you. I mean, I've tried to call in many times and my calls never get picked, yeah?
I know.
But all I want to say is it's a pity what's going on in Nigeria, right? But many of us who believe that there needs to be a change, we need to do more. I listened to your broadcast on the 26th, and you were talking about the billboard thing. I just want to mention my contribution to that, which I believe will be very effective, yeah? You see, there needs to be more grassroots effort to let people know what's going on. Because a lot of people in Nigeria, they are disinformed. Many are ignorant. They don't even know what's going on. They don't know that they are sitting on a keg of gunpowder. You know, so I would like to suggest that there needs to be like a WhatsApp leaflet designed that can easily be sent by WhatsApp to people, so people can begin to know and get informed about the Yoruba Nation, right? Because we cannot continue like this, right? We have to look for the simplest way to, because obviously, like your caller on that show was saying, yeah, it was talking about the fear of people being attacked, right?
That's right.
And we've seen that happen a couple of times, yeah, when people go out to do their little protest and they get attacked. So I mean, we're in social media time, we are in technology time. You know, we can design a leaflet. That leaflet will just be circulated by WhatsApp, so every Tom, Dick, and Harry would have access to it, and that will make a big difference. Okay. So that's what I want to contribute, and I want to commend you for all your great work. Yeah, you're really doing such a great work, you know, especially the way you analyze each topic. You know, you inform many of us, you know, you take us really deep into issues that we otherwise might not have such deep understanding of. Okay.
Thank you so much.
So thank you very much once again. And I say hello to all the parliamentarians, yeah?
We can hear you too. Thank you so much. You have a good evening. That's Rodney Andrew Osa. Or it's actually good to see his face. I've only been hearing his voice. So I have here, I'm going to go to Tosin Adekunle, sir. Over to you.
Castle. Good afternoon, everybody. Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir.
You know, when I was young, I used to dream that I'll be doing what you are doing now, but I guess man is.
No, you are. Because
no,
that's
wait,
right
wait.
Now.
You know,
I can
sometimes they say
correspondence. Go on.
They say sometimes you like football, but if you don't have the skills, just be a football fan.
And you can be.
You don't have to play it professionally. So I really see myself through you a lot of times, and the reason why I say this is because there was a day I was driving. First of all, let me start by saying I must acknowledge the fact that amongst all the agitators, you stand out in a way because you have content. Do you get? And that's why some of us can sit down like this and listen to you. You don't come here and say, I want all those months. You know, when you don't have content, you just resort to abuses. Because abuses, when you want to win a war, I'm not talking of winning a battle, because what we have at hand is a war.
It's a war.
And the people we are fighting with have a script that is older than all of us sitting here. This is like a scroll. They're just opening it chapter by chapter, and they're executing their script to the letter.
That's right.
And you know what? They are very organized.
And I mean, I laugh. See, I laugh when people think all these leaders, they are stupid. All these leaders don't have sense. You have no idea. No sense.
You know, that's why I realized that the people we are abusing, we need everybody on board. Our job, our responsibility is to win them over.
That's right.
And what you're doing is enlightenment, education. You are illuminating people's mind. And they are beginning to, some of them are beginning to see that, Ottomani. But imagine you start by Nigeria. All the time. We can't be on the same page at the same time.
No.
Some of us see the light before others, but when you are first to see the light, your job is to show others the light.
Exactly.
And that's what I believe we are doing, right?
I believe too. I mean, they're doing it right. And if you look at the caliber of people that sit down to watch Maiyegun, let's be honest, you can tell that these are the people that ordinarily you would never expect them to sit down and be watching YouTube. Nah, come on.
Seriously.
That means we are doing it right.
Yeah. So, Maiyegun, I want to commend you for that.
Thanks, Baba.
Then I want to just say one or two things before I yield my mic. I want us to understand as Southerners that, like I said, the people we are contending against, because yes, the first enemy is within our own people that have not seen the light. But we should also understand that the other people that we are talking about, the Fulanis, so to say, because their job is to grab land, conquer, and rule and dominate. That's what they did that in the northern region. I lived in the north a while before I escaped from that country contraption called Nigeria. I can never forget the day I was escaping. I thought I would be coming back.
We didn't leave Nigeria. We escaped.
I escaped because I was getting into trouble every day. I used to work in Apapa. Before I get to work, I must drive through Ikorodu Road. Every day, traffic. I will always get late to work, and I was living in Magodo. Now, I will see officers, soldiers, entering BRT lane, beam. I'll be inside traffic. I'll be like, time there in low by. If I enter now, they'll say I'm not a military man.
Yeah.
The laws are not even equal. It's obvious. So, because I was very stubborn, I was shook it. Me to enter. They will arrest me. I will call the people I know. They will release my car eventually. But the truth is, I was getting into trouble with LASMA, with police, every other day. I realized that if I continue like this, I'll die young.
They will, person could just die anyhow. And many people are actually like walking corpses in that country as we speak. I don't know how this.
One morning, I woke up 4 a.m. I said, okay, I'm tired of being arrested by LASMA people. Let me even wake up early today, 4 a.m. So I can get to Papa early before traffic builds up. Under Magodo Junction, towards phase 1 gate, some police just parked me on CMD Road. Hey, park. I say, La Kutu. Are these people mad? They can't see that I'm rushing to work. Yes. Where is this? I gave them. Where is that? I gave them. Where is that? I gave them. They say, why am I speeding like that? When did I speed? Before I know what was happening, 5 till. I was looking at the time. I was like, these people will just make you commit sin, even when you are trying to be righteous.
To be normal.
And before I know what was happening, they were asking me for money. Unfortunately, I didn't even have cash. They said, wait till you go give boys now. Wait till you go give boys. December they come. I said, I no get cash. They say ATM, they there.
Of course.
On top say, I dey rush go work. I don't even do anything. I said, okay, Oga, if I dey come back, I go see you now. They no agree. What am I saying? I was still late that day because of a system that is faulty from its foundation. So even if you say you don't want to give bribe, you
end up having to, exactly.
You either get shot.
Man-hours that are wasted.
I'm telling you.
In those period all over the whole country, and those man-hours you never get them back.
No way, Baba.
The country is poor.
So I'm speaking to the system now. I'm speaking to the system, how faulty it is. You see, those policemen, somebody will say, all police will behave like that. But the ones that behave like that, are they accountable? I called a assistant commissioner of police that I know. You know what he told me? Onitosin, to ba ni 100, 200 naira fún wọn kó má lọ. Money ọ̀gá, àwọn boys in gba bribe, tún ní kí n fún wọn lówó. You don't understand? He said, but me, it's in bad because I said they should even speak to him. They didn't even collect the phone from me to speak to him.
No.
So he could not even
because that money will reach him too. That man you are calling, you know what I mean? The whole thing will get to a stage
where get to him.
Give them, he will say, terrible. So, thank you so much. Go on.
Yeah, but so in summary, let me just say, when we hear Boko Haram, repentant Boko Haram, one thing we all should understand as Southerners is this: the North is deliberately empowering their foot soldiers for a war they can see that we all yet cannot see. They know that they cannot appropriate funds to them legal through the National Assembly.
Yeah, through the National Assembly, that's
they
true.
Cannot appropriate funds. They can't put it inside budget. So the ransom you see them collecting, you think government don't know about it? They will kidnap a general's daughter. They will say instead of them to post soldiers to go and rescue, say go and pay ransom. They are paying these people through the back door to empower them for a war that is imminent. Unfortunately, my fellow brothers and sisters, we are so docile in the South, especially our learned ones, the sons of this world, the professors of this world. We look and we see all these things. We keep quiet. We don't comment. We don't challenge it. Nobody is asking.
They want to be politically correct. They don't want to offend
people. You see, they say when you do injustice, when you commit injustice, or injustice to one is injustice to all, or injury to one is injury to all. In the sense that if you see that one bad deed and you don't say anything, you are saying that your own turn, you are just the next in line because it will happen to you.
It's just a matter of time.
It's a matter of time. Okay, there was a time they said they kidnapped a particular, some governors were driving on the Kaduna road and they had accident, tire busted and all that because of bad road and all that. When you don't fix your road and you believe because you have a private jet or a chopper, there will be a day when you will be forced to use that bad road.
Eventually.
And when you have accident and you die, you will say that God called you. God did not call you.
No.
Because you failed to do the right thing.
It's a great loss to humankind. I say, which loss? Which loss is to humankind? See, Baba, thank you.
But later we go to talk. I don't
very much.
Just keep the good job up, and I believe with time we'll win everybody over. And this war we are fighting because we are already at war.
We are in it, or we're
already at war.
Who is admitting? You know, majority is living in denial, but it is so close to us than we can imagine, except if you don't have any family in Nigeria again. You know what I mean? Well,
God
thank you,
bless you,
Baba.
my brother.
And
God
you
bless
too.
you. Thank
You
you
stay
so
safe.
much.
It's a
Yes,
pleasure.
sir.
You have a
Bye-bye.
good one, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, guys, they be like that sometimes, and I don't like cutting people. You know, in a way, I'm gonna go to my next person, and I bet that's Paul. Is Paul our next person, right? So after Paul, I'm gonna go to Michaelo. Let me get Paul on. Yeah. So that's Paul. How are you, Baba?
Hello, Maiyegun. I'm fine. Can you hear
Hello,
me?
brother. Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Maiyegun? Yes, I can hear you.
Of course,
I can hear you now.
Beautiful. So I think
How
there
is
is a
everything,
delay.
Maiyegun?
Okay, so I'll let you talk. Yeah, I'm just gonna let you
Okay.
have the floor. Go on.
Okay. Okay. Well, Maiyegun, I want to appreciate you again for everything you do, and I greet everyone in the Temple of Truth, those who are fearless, who are not compromised, who believe in the vision, because basically what you've been sharing for us, or what you've been discussing with us, is a vision, and many of us have keyed into that vision. We see what we want, we know what we want, and we are going for what we want. All we are going through now might not, it might seem far-fetched, it might seem impossible, but with God all things are possible. We'll get there. It's just a matter of time. We, on the way, would have some sacrifices we have to make, some fights we have to fight, family members we have to disappoint, loved ones we have to disappoint. But you see, in disappointing them, you are also showing them love. Because if you do not do the things we are doing right now, Maiyegun, trust me, we are virtually wiping out an entire race. What you are doing now might seem like a small thing to you, but in a way it is massive, massive, massive. I've mentioned on your show before that in August my daughter will be 3 years old, Maiyegun. So I myself, I'm already envisioning what I want to live in, the kind of country I want my daughter to live in. So even if I'm gone, I know I did something, I left something, I fought for something for her. You know, we grew up. Let me make it clear to everyone on this platform, or everyone listening to me. You see, everyone fighting for Yoruba Nation now, Maiyegun. We've all been there. We had passion for Nigeria. When I say passion, I mean mad passion. We wanted Nigeria to grow. You know, we wanted a Nigeria of our dreams, but we were let down. We were let down in a very bad way.
I've repeated that on Maiyegun's Diary Politico before, that if you check those people who are now saying, let's have a conversation around referendum, let's have a conversation around a new constitution, let us have Yoruba Nation and the rest of majority of them, they were pro-Nigeria, one Nigeria, as recent
seriously. Seriously, Maiyegun, as in seriously, you have no idea some of the things that some of us have done because we want to fight for Nigeria, because we want to prove to others, or want to prove to other people from other countries that Nigeria is good, Nigerians are good. You simply have no idea. So you see, whatever you feel, or whoever is listening to us and they feel, oh, we don't know what we are doing, or we are lost, we are confused, my brother, my sister, you simply don't understand. Something snapped in all of us, Maiyegun. Something snapped in us. We got tired. We got fed up. We've gotten to that precipice. And just like my big brother from Texas said, Theophilus, he said, Nigeria is just like a keg of gunpowder. Nigeria is a country sitting on a keg of gunpowder, and it will explode anytime soon. anytime soon. You can see the drama during the APC convention, Maiyegun. You can see all the drama that played out. It is also a pointer to us that look, our guys, one man or our benini, our lo matuka fúnra wọn, a ní ṣiṣẹ́ kankan ṣe. Mo sọ lẹ́ni, a ní that we won't do much, Maiyegun. Àwọn fúnra wọn ló máa pín ìlú yẹn fúnra wọn pé ẹ wò, ẹ jẹ́ kí everybody lọ di ilé ẹ̀ mú. Nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. You see, you can see the religious leaders now. All of a sudden, the religious leaders are quiet.
But have you not heard that
there's
they said
virtually silence?
Political branch.
Sorry, Maiyegun, I didn't get you. There was a.
Did you not read the time that if Nnamdi advised them that the Muslims, the Christians, they should all open political branch now and participate in 2023?
When did they not open political branches, Maiyegun? Religion in Nigeria has always been part of politics now. Just like the great Majek Fashek sang, religion is politics. Politics is religion. You can't separate, they are like two entities that cannot be separated, Maiyegun. In Nigeria, they cannot be separated. They are one and the same, whether you believe it or not. They are one and the same. The political leaders work for the religious leaders. The religious leaders work for the political leaders. They work hand in hand. Many of us today that speak in Maiyegun, we found our way because we are now living or feeling this how it is to live under a system that works. It gets to a point where your religion will not have that hold on you. Some of us are speaking to you, Maiyegun. Many of us are Christians.
That's
many
right.
of us are Muslims. But why are we different? Why are we seeing what they can't see? We are abroad, but a long time abroad, not long in Nigeria.
I believe.
But like you always say, Maiyegun, I will use your words for you. There is a Nigerian God.
No, that's the one that punishes people. Okay.
Yes.
That's the one that will punish you. That's Nigerian God.
Exactly, Maiyegun. There is a Nigerian God. So we need to really understand that fact that we just have to, just like my big brother that Rodney that spoke earlier. You know, we just have to keep communicating to them, whatever it takes. If it's the leaflet he was talking about on WhatsApp, we do it. Try to communicate. There's so much. I know there's so much going on in the background that you haven't even shared with us. But I know that.
So normally,
yes,
when one of my parliamentarians said that I'm always having content and all of that, you know, the reason is that some things you wait for them to mature. You don't jump gun.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can easily just readjust and redo it again until it happens. Tell people.
True.
But you are right. A lot is going on behind the scene. We just
a lot is going on behind the scene. So, Maiyegun, I just want to encourage you, please, just keep up the good work. I know that the journey is for the strong. So we just have to stay strong for my brothers, my sisters in this bus that we're headed to Yoruba Nation.
Yeah, Paul, thank you so much, by the way. Okay, so there is something I'm going to tell our people where we are going to be planning to reach out to Paul. So I want everybody to see Paul's face. I'm going to tell you about Paul later. Maybe not on the program tonight, but there's something that we have to do that also concerns Paul. So Paul, I'm going to let you go. Let me go to another person, okay? And like I told you, you're going to hear from me.
Thank you, Maiyegun. Right? God bless you. Yeah. And then thank you so much.
When I feel like I should, okay? You stay safe.
God bless you.
Bless to the family.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Saturday, today from SA, I'm greeting you.
Today can hear you. Anyway, I'm going to go to Michaelo now. My Augusta, you have been so patient in the dark there. Thank you. It's your turn. You know. So let's go to Michaelo now, please, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Maiyegun. Can you hear me? Everybody, my fellow parliamentarian. How are you?
I am very well. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, I won't be long today. I just want to say that everything that is happening is happening for our own good, guys. Everything that you're seeing since beginning of the year is happening for our own good. Because the plane is about to crash going into 2023. If Tinubu don't get the ticket, because this will be his final chance, guys.
It is. You are right.
It's going to be his final chance. And if he doesn't get it, he will use the instrument, which is money. Mr. Bullion Van, right? He will use that money to do some magic behind closed door. As you said, when he loses the primary, he will go back to his closet and be crying there. But then you come out and be sponsoring his full soldiers to do his dirty work for him.
But do you know the shocker, Michael? Let me remind you the shocker. Do you know that they know about this? One of the things they are telling them is that by the time they come out to say, now this person go be the president, all of you go and work for him. The next thing is that they said they are going to keep their dragnet around Tinubu and his friends. If they make any move, you visit Tinubu in handcuff instead of seeing him in
can you imagine?
In handcuff before 2023. Michael.
Can you imagine?
It is that bad.
Yes, and Tinubu in his mind, what money cannot do it, then
More
nothing
money.
else can do it. If money cannot do it, Tinubu is finished. It's got the money. It's got the money back. Have you not seen going around Kanu, all these northern states, giving them 50 million or nothing? Have you not seen? So he's got the money. We don't know the value of his money, but the money will fail him.
Don't pretend that you don't know, Michael. I will remind you. Don't pretend.
Right.
Lagos state government, right? Lagos entirely, right? Apart from they collect from Abuja, they on their own they generated over 500. Let me put it this way: $500 billion, over 500
billion dollars.
Naira, no naira. Not dollar, not yet. But what I'm saying is that that's what they declared. Remember that before they make that declaration, Alpha Beta will take 40% of the money they generated. And also before Alpha Beta declared the 40%, Alpha Beta will have to tell you how much they generated before they tell you how much they took out. And before they tell you how much they gave to Lagos. So if you have an idea of Tinubu's deep pockets,
this is why
that kind of money in Nigeria.
This is what the judge said, that Tinubu is the money bag of Lagos.
Trust me.
That if Tinubu wins the election, he would leave the country. That's what he said, though. It's on record. That old man, he said, if Tinubu wins the election, he will leave the country. That's what he said.
He did say that, of course.
Yes. So everything that is happening.
He also said, because he's seen Tinubu up close, first hand, what's in power in Lagos.
They are the same. So everything that is happening, Maiyegun, is happening for our own actualization of our own dream, the manifestation of our dream of Yoruba Nation and Biafra land.
Biafra.
So the train will wreck, okay? The train will wreck soon, going into 2023, okay?
So you also believe that if there's nothing that Buhari and APC are doing right, the job of dividing Nigeria without anybody shooting a gun is the best job that Buhari and APC are doing. Do you believe that too? That they are doing
absolutely. It's glaring. Everybody can see it. Everybody can see it. It's glaring. It's very clear to see. Only a foolish person cannot see what's happening at the moment. So everything that is happening for our own good. That is the title of my topic. That's the topic, the title of my own conversation today. It's happening for our own good. We will see it. We will go. We are almost there. The promised land. We are there, guys.
Gone are the days, Michael. Gone are the days, right? That look at what they are doing in eastern Nigeria right now in Biafra land, okay? If it is not because it is the hand of the government of Nigeria, a leader of a country who wants a united country, right, will be at the forefront of bringing peace and then calling for, a good leader, why are we having this trouble in the eastern Nigeria? Let us settle it. I want to keep a country together. But every time they mention it to Buhari, it's always like, no, he wants to wipe them out of the circle. They are dots. That's not a leader that that keeps everyone together. So he's doing a great job dividing Nigeria. You agree?
I do recall in 2015, everybody was saying Buhari is our savior. Clap for him. Hey, Buhari, say Baba. Look what's happening now. Say Baba. Everybody, so he said, can you imagine if we had not voted for Buhari? Everybody would have been saying, oh, Nigeria, Buhari was the best president
Nigeria president never had.
Can you imagine? So I just want to acknowledge my brother, Tosin, for saying that the point that he made about ransom, it's true. That's their own way of collecting money from the federal government for a wallet. That's their own money. They are saving it. So that's my point tonight.
God bless you, Michael. I like that. It's so conversational. I love it. Thank you so much, Baba. It's a pleasure. It's worth the wait. We've been waiting to hear all of that since. Thank you, Baba. Stay safe. You have a good evening. Have a good night. That's Michael. Now I'm gonna go to Tunde, and that's Tunde from South Africa. Anyway, and then I've got OJ. You're gonna be next, so you should get ready for us. Thank you so much, and please don't disappear on me. I've got Akintade Emmanuel. Akintade Emmanuel, sir. You are also going to go after OJ. Now, I think I've got other people too. But if I don't see your camera, I won't be able to add you. Okay, you need to put on your cameras. Okay, I have here as well Adeola. Adeola, it's such a pleasure to have you. You are going to go after Akintade. Please, guys, sometimes when I get so drowned in the conversation, I forgot how I share the numbers, okay? Remember, know your number. OJ is going to go after Tunde. And then Akintade Emmanuel, sir, you're going to go after OJ. Then just like that, Adeola, that will be you until I get another guest added. Tunde, over to you, sir. I'm going to unmute you. Don't worry. I'll do it.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah. Hello, comrades. Yeah, good evening, comrades. Hello, how are you? Yeah.
Very well, Tunde. I don't know what happened to your audio. It's acting up, but we are with you right now. Please, go on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Good evening, comrades. Actually, I don't have much to say though, but the only thing I just have to say to those who are still supporting One Nigeria is that they should.
Yeah, I think we're having a kind of a network issue with Tunde, but don't worry. Somehow you've been turned aside. Maybe you need to turn your camera again, the phone or something. But yeah, I can tell there's some little network issue there. Let's try it again. Go on, Tunde. You are muted. Say something into it. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm going to do, Tunde? Your slot is going to go to OJ. So you're going to fix that. And then when it comes back, it's going to take the slot of OJ. OJ, Baba. Now I'm going to have you take the shot, sir.
Hello, good evening, Maiyegun. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We cannot hear you. And we would love to see your camera closer to your face. It's pretty much like so below. Okay.
Is that better now?
Brilliant. Now you can fire, sir. Everybody can hear you.
This is OJ from South London.
Class, Baba.
What I want to say is I've been watching you for many months. Ranka Dede, Maiyegun.
Sanu. Yawa.
Sanu. Yeah. Amariya nagan yaron ka wata rana da nan kai da yaron ka kuna a waje. I'm just saying I saw you and your son outside, just having a good sunshine. Yeah.
Go on.
Basically, with the idea no. So
and
I'm not the enemy, so
nice one, Baba. You go have to you go need to speak that. Yeah, you're gonna need to speak that now for a while. But I'm gonna let you have it. You know, it's your session though. Now before you yield the mic, you have more than 5 minutes to address us. So over to you.
Okay. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, people don't really understand. I've lived in the north, as I just tried to explain to you in the language.
Right.
They can understand. The north have never one day believed in the concept of one Nigeria. If you want to know if somebody believes in the concept of one Nigeria, go and look at property ownership across Nigeria. See only the areas where the northern owned property is in choice area. A Yoruba man can go to Port Harcourt and buy a land and build a house. A northern will never do that kind of investment. Rather rent or be your gate man because they don't have any investment in your area. They do not see you as one with them. And until you begin to invest in somewhere, you don't have interest there.
You don't.
The only interest keeping you as with a Nigerian as a northerner is because of what they're getting from you. And that is why, like I tell some of my friends, say, the only reason why, this may sound controversial,
Please.
When Jonathan did the national conference and promised to implement the national conference in the next election, the northerners did whatever possible to make sure he doesn't win it.
It never came back.
Because they know that by implementing that national conference, you have overridden the constitution that gave them the right to manipulate the system. However, the Southerners were sold to believe that Jonathan was so corrupt. Yeah, he's corrupt. Not everything you vote for in politics, you win. But the fundamentals are key. Now, they're telling you they're doing constitutional amendment. When they finish that amendment, Maiyegun, for God's sake, go and check every state, how many senatorial zones you have in your state. One state in the north will vote for more than 3 or 4 states in the west, or 4 or 5 states in the southeast. How are you going to get the amendment through?
No.
It's like me and you telling you we're going to eat together. Then I put the plate close to me and give you a short spoon. And I expect you to stretch your hand and go and buy extra arm to get to the plate. But we're eating together.
Or even complain when you start stretching your hand.
Thank you. Thank you.
I start. You start complaining. You get what I mean? When you took the
food, it's not gonna work.
It's
never gonna work.
It's not. Never.
And another thing you find out is, why is it so easy? It's so blatant. The video some people are showing online today. Boko Haram in an airport. An airport is supposed to be one of the secure zones in the whole area in the world. And the idea, why are they not sending armies there? Why are they not sending even mobile police? I thought the Northerners said they wanted SARS in North. How many SARS have they sent to the North? Let them give us report. They will not send them there. And I'm happy for what you're doing. You should start expanding your platform, because in the next 6 to 7 months, the volume of people you're going to see now, you see people crying at APC, they're going to cry in PDP very soon. Just watch. When they finish crying in both of them, they will come back looking for you. That's when the design for your website will free. They'll tell you, no, in short, we've tried, it didn't work. We'll pay. They'll be paying you to be now on your platform to talk. You see this thing we're doing for free now. They'll be paying you. People like Tinubu supporters will come and say, Maiyegun, if not because you know open church, you be prophet. In short, they come, just come. I'll come talk. Just to come. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. Because there is nowhere in the world that works without fairness and equity. We that live in the Western world, is not because we like it here. It's fair.
No.
If I have a problem here in London, I can easily go to court. I can get my case sorted.
Absolutely.
I can go to a bank and come outside. I don't need to ask who is the color of the person on the other side of the till. But you can't get that anywhere else in Nigeria. Look at what the other guy was saying.
Not even
come on to go to work
in Yoruba land, and you'll be like, in Yoruba land, don't I have any kind of privileges? How can I walk into anywhere in Yoruba land where I'm supposed to at least be shown that you are still in Yoruba land? Everywhere is hostile, and all thanks to Nigeria.
It's not even hostile. And they brought this idea of bastardizing the education. Before, in the 80s and 90s, in the 80s and early 80s and late 80s, when we were in the north, the education system was what it is now in the whole of Nigeria. They brought that system all over Nigeria. They deliberately messed up the education system in the north so that the people at the bottom don't go to school.
They don't.
But unfortunately, the leaders in the south copied the same methodology, thinking that they can manipulate us. But they forget that we send our brothers and sisters to education on our own pocket, not through the government system. That system only worked in the north because everybody depended on the state for education. In In Yoruba land, somebody will pay. Family will gather money and say, oh, you know what?
They will send you abroad if they have to send you abroad.
Now you get sense pass for our family. Oh yeah, go. You they get first class. They go. When you go finish, come back country in the remaining ones.
Another person too. If you make them, you go pay for the other school fees.
Thank you.
Because you have to do this and that. And that's
why
how
why the Igbo people have their own way of training. When you finish, you train the next person, you set him free.
Man,
in the north, they don't have that.
So good.
So when they try
to go to school or your brain not to carry school, there's also another system, especially that of the Igbo system, whereby you get trained in a trade, and when you are when it's time for you to graduate, they set you up for life, and that is you go back and do the same, and it's like that, and we build system, independent system, not dependent.
The thing is that the Awolowas of the olden days brought education, and the Yorubas took it the same way we just explained it now. Why the Igbos they have that, but they managed to have a way of trade to survive after the war. So people say, "Oh, Igbos like money." Like, no, it's because during the war they didn't have the money, so they invested in themselves to multiply it quicker, instead of one person pointing a finger at one person. But the Northerners just believe the state belongs to them. Let's not go all through the north, to be honest, because there's Kanuris, there are Katav, there are Kajay, there are so many other people that are met there. But the core north that rules the north do not want the real Hausa people to understand that there is value in education. Because the moment you're educated, Maiyegun, you start questioning things. You start questioning if somebody tell you 1 + 1 is 5. You say, no. All the books I've seen, 1 + 1 is 2. How come your own is 5? Or explain. Even if you carry the Bible in front of me, I say, no, Oga, that is not what it was written.
Do you know something you mentioned that actually caught my interest is that you said you grew up in the north, you know how the education was in the north, and you are now saying that it is exactly what it was back then in the late 70s, early 80s, late 80s, that has now become the norm all over Nigeria, especially in Yoruba land now, which means the political class in Yoruba land deliberately adopted that ideology and they destroyed education in Yoruba land as well.
Because they thought they wanted the same value of absolute power that they have in the north. You cannot question Buhari in the north. They wanted to try it with us down south. But the mistake they have is we do not rely on the state. We rely on our individual ability and family network. Like when I was growing up in Ogun State, when I was going to my secondary school, you have clans, family clan. They'll say this person is from this person's family. You cause a problem and say, Omo, Baba, they will link your family name. You go to the southeast, they have the same thing. But in the north, they don't have that. They'll just tell you you're from that town. There is no linkage to your direct family lineage. So that's why you say sometimes when you say you're there's a way Yoruba say Omolu Abida. Basically, I'm from a particular place, but I'm a child of the community. If you do anything, you're bringing shame not only to yourself, your family, and your community. They don't have that investment. And if you remember what I said, the Northerners do not come to your place, except it's a choice property, like maybe GRA Lagos. They'll go and buy property because they have the money. But let them come to Shagamu, all these mono places where there's no government infrastructure or no government loan or government subsidy. They will never invest that kind of money there because it's not for them.
Wow.
And if you don't have an investment, you don't protect it.
No.
But the leaders in the South have not actually said anything. Wait. Have you ever heard a Yoruba man in Kanu carry gun to kill somebody there? Worst case, you fight with the family. An Igbo man will not do that. So that is why it's happening to us down south. Until you understand that you don't share the same value and understanding with somebody, you can never have a proper understanding and negotiation with that person because the person will only see you as an outcast. That's just my contribution for the night. And I'm happy. Please expand your website, please. You're gonna have volume. Like, have you ever seen a stampede before in a stadium? You will see it very soon. People will be rushing.
Thank you.
Both the Biafrans or the Odudu house, you see people coming now. Watch.
God bless you, OJ. I mean,
have a good night.
You have been with me for years. If you say you are saying that, I believe you, OJ. Thank you so much for being part of it tonight, sir. You stay safe, right?
You too.
Nice one. So that's OJ. So I'm going to go to, sorry, Akintade Emmanuel, sir. Sunday is back. Let him have his slot, and hopefully we will not have the same experience with his network again. So Sunday, over to you.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening to you, Baba.
Good evening. I'm happy. I'm happy to be in the Parliament section. I mean,
nice.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, everybody has been speaking my mind, you know. I mean, it's just it's a thing of you know, I'm really happy what's going on with the APC right now. They have been shooting themselves in the foot, you know. They have been doing that. And this is one of the things I want people to see, those who are still for one Nigeria. I have a lot of friends who are still for one Nigeria. And we sit down and I tell them, you know what? But they are Showere fans, so not really APC. They are Showere fans.
They are not like, you know, I do tell people as well today, you know, except if all of us just want to begin to be what we are preaching against, marginalizing against.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maiyegun's Diary Politico is not just the Yoruba Nation, it's just not the Biafrans. We have those who are one Nigeria, but their own one Nigeria is not this Nigeria. They are against the
exactly. Yeah.
And they want that system to collapse and create a possibility where we can sit down and talk about Yoruba Nation and Biafra. They are also Maiyegun's Diary Politico. Go on.
Yeah, but Maiyegun, you know what? The surprise I gave to them was like, you know, guys, I explained in details to them. Fine. I have nothing against Showere. I keep saying it. I have nothing. In fact, I share his ideas. I was once someone in my area in Nigeria. They were calling me to come into politics now. I refuse. Because I got to know that this is a charade. It's not going to work. I mean, if I go into that kind of office, I'm going to go and throw myself under the bus. People around me will see me as a bad person. A lot of people won't understand what is going on in that Abuja. They won't understand that the decree, which they call constitution, will never work for a normal and common people.
Abdusalami Abubakar decree.
In fact, that is our greatest problem. Okay, fine. You're talking about people coming together. Have our leaders acted like they want us to come together? That is the question. You're talking about democracy. Is this democracy? You can't allow people asking for a referendum. You can't even give that to them. You're talking about democracy.
Or criminalizing it. You know what I mean? Like criminalizing the conversation around the referendum and the reason why, which are actually legitimate, you know.
You know, I mean, people are asking for this. Okay, please, let's do this. We want this. But you can't give that to them. And now you're asking people that what you're doing is a separatist attitude. Yes, your self-determination is criminal. That is total lie. And these are one of the reasons why our awareness have to be very thick. It has to come true. It has to come true, like from all corners. I've been talking to my friends, my friends in Nigeria. We grew up together, and I can't believe some of them share my ideas. And I was so happy. They share the Yoruba Nation idea. I was so like, really? I have to tell them, I didn't know you guys were good. They said I used to see your WhatsApp now. It's just that you've not even thrown it to us. That's why I didn't say anything. We didn't say anything. They share it. And some are ready to work in Nigeria. Go to the market, talk to the market women, because we need that.
Do the grassroots mobilization, awareness, you know, the whole thing.
You see those market women, we need to infiltrate and go into them. Seriously. Those mama don't catch up. In fact, we'll carry phone, maybe iPad. And actually, that is going on under the ground anyway. We'll help them to fill all those petitions.
Yes.
Baba,
thank you. Thank you. Sunday. God bless you, my brother. I hope the network is not going to mess us with this.
Honestly, the network is really a problem. I don't know why.
I don't know too, but I'm glad that you actually struggling and you drop this before you go. So nice one, nice one. So I'm going to go to my next person on the line, who happens to be the last person on the line. I'm waiting for those who dropped out, and maybe they will continue with us. Sir, it is now over to you, Akintade Emmanuel, sir.
Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir.
Long time, my brother. God bless you.
God bless you too.
You are being a wonderful brother.
Thanks,
we are enjoying you.
Thank you.
You are doing very well. My prayer is that God will continue to support you.
Amen.
God will uphold you.
Amen.
God will protect you.
Amen.
Whatever you lay your hand upon shall prosper for you.
Amen. Thank
and
you.
in this race, you will not be found wanting.
Amen.
You will not lose your credibility.
Amen.
The people that will mingle with you or you will mingle with that will bring you down, you will never mingle with them.
Amen to that.
You will never meet them on your way.
Amen. Thank you.
My brother, to be frank with you, you will not really know your value. People are really watching. I've been watching you for a long time, and this is my first time of, the last parliamentarian, I was unable to really come in.
You were part of that too, were you not? Or you're unable to? You didn't make that last one?
No, I didn't. I was doing some things, but I watched.
I'm glad
I
you
watched the program, but I was not really just coming in. Bro, you are doing well, and we are really enjoying you. This is the only temple of the truth. Everything coming out from Maiyegun Diary Politico is the truth and the fact. It's only that people that are not serious, people that, sometimes we know the truth, but for them to speak out the truth is very difficult for them. And that is why Nigeria is still where Nigeria is up to today. I don't want to say much. I just want to come down to the south. My brother, you are really hitting them hard and hard. But to me, it's just a shock to me. I keep on wondering when people in the south, we keep on claiming that we are educated, we are sophisticated, we are this, we are that. And you can still see the northerners manipulating us, dribbling us, and we are still looking at them and we claim we are educated. Are we really educated, my brother?
That's a big question, sir.
Yeah, are we really educated?
Some people said maybe our education is our greatest undoing because we want to pretend to be civil even when we are being bullied and we are claiming to be civil. What kind of civilization is that? Is our education a cost to us? Or why? Because education, look at us, like you said, we are still being manipulated. Is that a cost?
That is the question I keep asking. When we discuss, I keep asking people, do we really believe that we are educated? Because if truly we are educated, our education is supposed to sharpen our brain, supposed to make us smarter, supposed to make us think. We look into the future. We see the future. We can see before those people will say they are uneducated or illiterate. Now, let me go back to the South. If people from the South, if we find it very difficult to come together to fight the simple cause, even if they are not even interested in this Yoruba or Biafra, but what of all those things that are glaring that people have been calling upon up to this moment? I'm surprised that none from the southern region to talk about, okay, the next thing should be bringing down the constitution. Call for referendum.
They are all hiding. They are all pretending. Imagine them telling us they know the solution to Nigeria problem, but they are avoiding the main problem, the constitution that nobody wrote, nobody voted for, nobody was part of it, and they said, we, the people of Nigeria. Why are they pretending about that one? And they want to give solution.
Yeah, it is so funny. APC, after almost 7 years, restructuring, this and that, devolution of power, do this, do that, through federalism, everything they used to campaign for us up till now, they have not been able to achieve one.
No.
And our leaders in Yoruba, our leaders in the South, our leaders in the Southeast, they keep quiet. None is talking. By now, I suppose, even though if they are not supporting this agitation of self-determination, by now, there's nothing stopping them from agitating for bringing down the constitution, total or through federalism, total restructuring, resource control, physical federalism, whatever you may talk about. We can't keep on
about election. on the same fraudulent constitution. Who is
I don't expect anybody. I don't expect anybody presently from the South to be talking about election. I expect everyone to channel our strength, our agitation to this, bring it down to the 1999 constitution. This constitution is fraudulent. Nothing. Even before saying anything, let us come together, as you usually say that. Let us come together. It is time for us to discuss. Let us discuss whether we are still interested in this particular relationship or whatever. If we are, is this how we want to continue? No. I can't live my life like this. I keep on seeing people talking. I'm over 40 up to now. I've not benefited anything from Nigeria. Throughout my year, I've not benefited anything from Nigeria. And it's evident for now.
And there is no sign that you are going to benefit anything except if you try to go and join the queue to the turn by turn Nigeria Limited. Except for that,
I no longer benefit anything. Even my kids now, they are disadvantaged because now none of them is benefiting anything. They are in private school, so we are not benefiting. Electricity is zero. Road is zero. Talk about anything in Nigeria is zero. Now, and people are just our people from the South. They forget about most important thing. They are just running after election. Even up to now, I'm surprised. I'm very sorry to say. Up till now, even though if they don't believe in Yoruba Nation, that's their belief. What have they done concerning it? Yoruba leader, that's their belief that of restructuring, total restructuring or true federalism. What have they done with it? Where are they on the issue? Are they really serious with it? Have they even called, a general meeting of the Yoruba? This is our cause. Let us pursue this. If you are not even supporting the self-determination, the cause that you are really into, what have you done about it? Nothing. So, my brother, I'm a little bit confused. I'm doubting our education. I'm doubting our smartness. I cannot really say whether we in the South, we are really smart. Hausa cannot be just driven both Igbo and Yoruba, and we keep on saying we are educated, we are this, we are that. I've not seen it. It has not really shown. It has not really been proven by any one of us from the South. Look at Tinubu, as you normally say, when people are talking about Tinubu, somebody almost beat me up because of Tinubu. We are just having discussion. Nobody can blackmail us. If people are saying we are Yorubas, I agree we are Yorubas.
Yes, we are.
Where is Tinubu when a problem was happening in, what is it called, Igangan?
Ibarapa, Ayete, Oke.
Where is Tinubu as our leader, as a Yoruba leader? Where was his voice? Even though if he's not coming out to say, what of his voice? Where was his voice? Now, as if that one is not enough, he went to the North to donate. There are problems here in the South. Nothing to be done about it. Then those people that are clamoring that is our son, is it not our leader then? I didn't say Tinubu was not our leader when all those things was happening. Where is our leader to speak on our behalf? Nowhere to be found. Where is our leader to sympathize with us? Nowhere to be found. Where is our leader to even, to show empathy, to show sympathy? It's nowhere to be found.
Where was he? Nowhere.
And some people now will be coming to me.
Where are the cows?
And some people now will now have the audacity to call me Omali and be calling somebody that have not even show any interest in the plight of his people. You now call such person my leader. You now say I'm a Yoruba. I should support somebody that when I'm in trouble, he could not even speak for me.
No.
Somebody that cannot voice out because of power, because of want to be politically correct. You think such person, when he gain the power, you are afraid of people
just going to start caring for you. No, when he gains the power,
when you not get the power, will you be able to challenge that people that give you? Because you are denying me. You are denying your race because you want power.
Because
are you ready to lose the power when you get? Are you ready to lose the power when you get it? No, you will not be ready to lose the power. Therefore, you will not be able to defend me when you eventually get the power.
Wow, common sense. That's so.
Because if you cannot speak for me when you have not gotten the power, you are afraid because some people can give you the power. Don't forget, when you get to the power, you will still have it in mind that people that give you the power can still take it from you. Therefore, continuously you do their bidding. Therefore, you can't speak for me when you really get to the power.
Man, God will not destroy this your wisdom, sir. I did feel like, I wish you can continue talking and talking.
My brother, that is just the logic. But our people, they are failed to realize that if I'm afraid of Maiyegun to get power, because Maiyegun is having the capability and power to empower me. If I get that power, nobody wants to lose the power. So I will never look into the face of Maiyegun for me to lose my power.
So
I will maintain the status quo. Therefore, we will continuously be enslaved, even if our so-called leader get to the power, because he will never try to lose the power. So I don't know why people still keep on saying this, keep on saying this. My brother, I just pray that more people should join this wagon. More people should come to the train, because gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá bí àwọn Yorùbá ṣe máa ń sọ, kò síbi tó dàbí ilé, àjò lè dùdùdùdù títí kó dàbí ilé. Nobody can love you. Nobody can love you the way you love yourself.
No.
Nigeria is not for everybody. No equity, no justice, no fairness. What are you now talking about? What is working in Nigeria? Nothing is working. And we keep on saying, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. I'm over 40. When I was young, I was told that Nigeria will be better. I become a father now. I'm still telling will I continue to tell my kid that Nigeria will be better? Anybody that is still dreaming about that one, maybe we wake up in paradise to know that everything in Nigeria will remain the same as long as Nigeria is.
You are so good, sir. Thank you so much for this.
That is my submission, my brother.
I mean, how could we miss that? We couldn't go to bed and miss all of that. You are amazing. Thank you, and thank you. Stay safe.
You're welcome, my brother.
It's a pleasure. That's a great contribution, I have to say, coming straight from one of the members of the Temple of Truth. So now let's go quickly to Oyeniyi Aziz, sir. You are going to be next, and then I'm going to go to Omotayo. Sir, you disappeared on me earlier, so I'm glad you are back. Don't go anywhere this time, because, please. Then I'm going to go to Alagba Oladele or Desomi Egunla Tomakeyi Igbale Laleyi. So let's go to Oyeniyi Aziz. Brother, over to you, sir. First, one sec. Okay, yeah, I've unmuted you now, please.
Professor Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm very, very happy to be here, especially after the speech you gave yesterday. I was very impressed. We couldn't call in, so I wanted to give you my assessment of the whole show. It was wonderful. That yesterday's submission was wonderful. You made mention of some issues. You mentioned the liberation of mind. And I believe your program has been doing a lot of liberation in that regard. In fact, I used to call your program Sleeper Cell. If you have watched the movie called Sleeper Cell. Sleeper Cell is a movie, you've seen the movie before?
I have, but I'm going to let you say what you want to say about it. Because that's
okay. Sleeper Cell is a movie that they were trying to indoctrinate people to join a particular state, just like Boko Haram.
Yeah.
So, and I think what you are doing is you are giving us new doctrine. Even if you want to believe in Allah or you want to believe in Jesus, you can die for a cause after you have been able to establish a belief that you can die for a cause that is worth dying for. So most times when I talk to my friends, even Yorubas, I still spoke with one today. I said, have you signed that petition? He said, but I made sure I forced him to do it. Just like most YouTube users or you guys, you will collect people's phone, you say, let me use this. That is out of what I've been doing. Because every day I now think of Yoruba Nation now. Every moment I think I've taken it as a personal project, which is the liberation of mind. And if I had not been able to see what I see in this country, France, I'm calling it from France, I will not know that though I've known that Nigeria has been backward for a very long time because I've left Nigeria before now. So I was in Cotonou, and Cotonou is just a neighboring country where everything to a very large extent is better than Nigeria. Far, far better. In Cotonou, you don't dig your borehole. In Cotonou, you don't provide, or there is no need for you to have a gen. In Cotonou, they have motorable roads. So I've said that before. I don't want to repeat myself. But you also highlighted something sometimes ago, I think 3 days ago, because I follow your show like my meal. I was listening to it back to back. So even I usually watch the replay. You said something about enlightenment, education. You mentioned something about 3 concepts, 3 E's: being enlightened, being educated, and being exposed. I think we Yorubas, we have the first 2. We are enlightened, we are educated. But the major thing we lack now is exposure. It's only when you are exposed that you will know that what this person is doing to you is not supposed to be done. That's right. Look at the Hausas. Look at them. They are far, far better than the other regions. They are even making jest of us that let's power get back to the north. Then we can now talk about giving you back. That is what Tabua said today. I was watching him.
Let's take it away from then we can it back to you in the south. You know?
So, but we are not exposed. Many people are, in fact, Yoruba, in terms of education and Igbos, we are there, we are high up. But are we getting value for our education? We are not getting value for our education. You mentioned something about the need for us to go confrontational. And I think by the time we are now on the edge, there will be need for us to be confrontational. But being confrontational might not be violent confrontation, but being proactive. Like you mentioned some things that we need to do, like billboards, aggressive marketing, more publicity, bringing many people on board. I think that is my major interest, because a lot of people have not really come on board to join Yoruba Nation. And I was very glad. I even sent the clip to you. That of that is Gani Adams, where he was saying something that he didn't want to support Yoruba Nation at first. But when he discovered that the advocacy had now moved up, many people are now saying they don't want confab again. Now they want Yoruba Nation. Many Obas are joining the train. Many Obas are already with us, but they don't want to be public. They don't want to come out in the public. So few of us that are out in the public, we are out because we believe in our cause. We believe that it's going to come to pass, and we can't stand the insult. Imagine you, Maiyegun, your presentation. Imagine the people. I intentionally waited for this long to listen to other people so that I can summarize. See submissions, see brains. Then somebody that is not
all of you just join, and then you sit down there, and by the time you start opening your mouth, man, I'm thrilled. Look at my last speaker. I'm like, oh boy, I'm with you.
Imagine now being controlled or being ruled by someone like Buhari. Can you imagine? There are some things that, God, never listening to you, we don't deserve that nation called Nigeria.
No.
We don't deserve that country. I shouldn't even be calling it a nation. We don't deserve that country. We have now become second-class citizens in another country, whereas we have all it takes to be better than where we are.
The princess
the country we are running, the country we are running to. So there is this thing about Nigerians. We don't ask for the best from our government. We believe that we can get the best from ourselves as individuals. But government will actually help you to alleviate your poverty faster than if you are to shoulder the responsibility yourself as an individual. Because there is only little your income can take care of. But when government supports you, I have a friend in Cotonou.
Imagine we're living in the UK, right? Imagine if I'm doing this broadcast and my generator is downstairs so that I'll make sure that power is on and all of that. Do you know how much it's going to cost me to run this electricity? But is there. When I pay for it, right, I save a lot rather than having to provide my own electricity, my own water, my own school for my children, healthcare for my children. You know, come on, you will always be poor. Now, you know why everybody is poor in Nigeria? Because they have to provide everything for themselves.
So my friend had a guy from India. That guy owned a club. My friend had a club too.
Right.
So, but he said his friend is flourishing because in India they give them loan 1.5%. That is 1-digit loan, soft loan. Unlike Nigeria, if you want to get a loan to do any company, to establish any business as a small scale, they will be telling you that it's high risk, maybe 27% interest. So, and the guys now, his club is nowhere to be found now. That is Nigerian guy. But the guy from India, his other friend, is still striving. The business is growing every day. He has an hotel here. He has an hotel now. So Nigeria is so backward that even the future of our children, I just look at them. We are not doing like the last speaker said. We are not doing, and Paul also highlighted that we are not doing this for ourselves. We are, for instance, most of us, we are already high there. We are doing fine. But do you know that it will take longer years for your children to get what you have? Maybe you have a building now. Maybe it took you 35 years to build a house. If you leave this government to go on like this, because most of my friends, they are not even where we are. Just look at your contemporaries, all of us that are on this platform. Maybe you are likely to be the best among your peers. I'm telling you. Most of my friends, they look up to us. They beg for money. Some of my friends are still in their father's house, not yet married. Who want to marry someone that cannot take care of himself? And if you still tell these people Yoruba Nation, they will say they don't know much about it. So thank God many bloggers are now coming in. I was mesmerized to see some female bloggers now talking about Yoruba Nation, even without many followers. I was very happy. Now they are now turning into their own personal projects, and we need that. So we need more, more people to come on board.
That's right.
We need more people to come on board. They were talking about PVC, that they've not collected PVC, 1 million PVC in Lagos. I love the fact that people are not collecting PVC, because that is where we should start from. We don't believe in the system, in our electionary again. There is nothing like election. If you have a Yoruba Nation, I know you, Maiyegun, I'll come to your house. But when you are being controlled by someone in, maybe from Maiduguri, Kanu, and they don't even live here. To be frank with you, they don't live here. The Hausas don't live in the Hausa land. They go to maybe Mecca, Saudi Arabia, Qatar. There are many in Dubai. They don't live in their cities. It's only a Yoruba man that will say, I want to build a house. Somebody said it, that they don't build in Lagos. You can't say a Hausa man building houses in Lagos, like the Igbos we do, like the other ethnic group we do. So Yoruba Nation now is something that has come to stay, and we must always preach the gospel, continue doing the good work, Maiyegun. Thank you, Temple of Truth. I believe that we will get there one day, and we will still be alive. In fact, 2023 is already out for them. I don't want to dabble into the politics of APC or PDP, but they know that many of them will decamp. These are another party. In fact, Yoruba Nation is another party. If you fail in your party, you come and join the train. Thank you, Maiyegun. I call you Professor. Professor Maiyegun General.
Bless you, Baba.
Have a nice night.
Parliamentarian.
Regards to the family.
That's the deal. Oyeni, God bless you. I'm so thrilled with the guys I have all tonight. So thank you so much. And I'm going to go on to yes, I'm going to go to Omotayo, sir. Sir, you've been sitting down there so quietly and patiently, and it is your turn now. So before I now round it up with Alagba Oladele, so over to you, sir. Where is that again? Hang on. I think let me unmute you. I've done that. Now you can talk. How are you?
Thank you, sir.
You're so welcome.
Professor Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Oh, I'm very happy I'm on this program tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, in fact,
love you.
How are you? I'm very happy. Tonight, at least I can make my own voice heard.
Yes,
you see,
loud and
you
clear.
are doing a very good job. You see, there's nothing that can be better than enlightening the people. You see, I was in that country, I think about 2-3 weeks ago.
Right.
Everybody is potential criminal. That is what it has turned everyone to. You cannot even trust anybody. You don't even know who is next to you. That's a nation. It has to continue. For me, it has never worked. It's not working. And it can never work. Look, even what happened in I'm just 50 years old. Even 1968. And one Kato Shele in 1968, we can't get the history right. Is that a country? People will be coming with different stories of an incident within 1968. In 1993, during the time of Abiola, some of us will risk our life. Thank God I didn't die on the street. Anybody that died for Nigeria died in vain.
In vain.
In vain. A lot of people died. I don't want to say they died in vain. But anybody that died for Nigeria died in vain, my brother. Because it's not a country. It's not a country. It's based on fault. It's based on lies.
And you cannot build something on nothing. People say
nothing. Yes, sir.
How can you build something on nothing?
Look at the handpicking they were doing yesterday.
Democracy.
Already they knew what they wanted to do. Look at that boy. That boy will be around 40 years old. He just messed the whole thing up. He just messed his own life. You can see that boy doesn't even know what he's doing. He doesn't even know what is happening in the party.
They are these 2Gs. They are the people. They are ready-made their tools, willing tools. They call them political jobbers.
Sir, and let me tell you this. Even the people in the political arena, they know it can't work. They know. All the Tinubu's, all of them. You will see they will run back, but it will be late. Somebody said it won't be late. It will be late by the time they come back. Because they know it cannot work. They know it cannot work. They are just, all of them, they are just trying to gather whatever they can gather together.
Take whatever
the success of that country is just a matter of when. Not if. It's just a matter of when. And at now, what you are doing now, is moving us closer to the time. It's just moving us closer because people now, ọpọlọ wọn yẹn àti ṣínsìn òkúta tó gbádìlẹ orí àwọn èèyàn ó ti ń kúrò. Ó ti ń kúrò. People now ojú àwọn èèyàn ti ń là wọ́n ti ń rí. They can see it. People can see it now. They know now that no ibi tá à ń lọ tẹ́lẹ̀ kì í ṣọ̀nà. God bless you, sir.
God will bless you too.
God bless you. I thank you. You are doing a very good. You are doing a very good job. Do what you are doing. This is what we need. This is what we need. This is what we need. When see, I'm a Christian.
Yes, sir.
There was this man that Jesus opened his eyes. He said, "Before I cannot see." He said, "But now I can see." When his eyes was open,
can see.
I can see. So you don't need to hold my hand again. You don't need to go to tell me to go and beg for food. You don't need to tell me to go and beg for money. I can see now. So many people, especially the Yorubas, they can see. Do you want to hear the truth? Even the outsiders can see now. Even the Almanjeris that we think they don't know anything, they can see now. They can hear at least. They are hearing a little bit of it.
They can hear. They can see.
By the time they turn on their leaders, you will see. By the time those people will call Almanjiris, they turn on those leaders there, even enough. They won't be able to run down here. They will be running up. You will see all of them. They will scatter because those guys, those boys, they are growing up. They are hearing. Don't think they are not hearing what you are saying. They are hearing it.
Because people believe that Nigeria has never been this bad, that what they have gotten away with in the past, now it's like they have reached a stage that it will consume everybody. So
exactly.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Yes. So look at the people from the eastern part of Nigeria. Look at what the leaders there are doing. They are selling the people. They sold out the people all because of nothing.
Power, money, what?
Money. Money. Thank you, sir.
God
bless you. Sir.
Me at it, you know, Lord, God bless you. Any nice night,
Yes, thank you, sir.
I'm going to go to the big masquerade. Alagba Oladele. This is Alagba Oladele of the Summit. And I don't know, maybe I should say it, but you see this face. Look at this face very well, okay? You see this face is one mighty giant voice, a very big pool when it comes to linking the Yoruba nation back in Yoruba land with the Yorubas all over the world. Something that some of you are so proud of, that Maiyegun is involved in. Check this face very well. And I want you to master the face. Hello, sir. Alagba Oladele, just 1 second.
Okay.
So, Motini lady to my join around the up. I can't just see a lady and look away. I'm so bad.
That's very good. That's very good.
There, ma'am. I'm gonna let Alagba Oladele say something, then I will come back to you. So, Alagba Oladele, sir, everybody can hear you. Go on, sir.
Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir.
I highly appreciate your efforts. I thank you for your well done. And I greet you on behalf of Yoruba, both home and abroad, for your efforts.
Thank you.
May God Almighty continue to bless you and your household.
Amen.
Now, I just want to one thing to chip in. I have heard some people discussing a lot of things in this gathering.
Yes, sir.
But our problem is not because we are not exposed. The Yoruba people are highly educated and we are exposed. But there's a category people in our community, in our tribe. We have people with greedy mind. We have people that wicked. And we have people that have fear in mind, that they don't bold enough to face the challenges, like our forefathers. Our forefathers, they are bold enough, they are ready to face any challenges that come on their way. But this generation that benefits from our effort of our forefather, they are greedy and they are money monger. They like to oppress us. That's the problem we are having. You know, and the problem of our country, especially we Yoruba, the problem is starting from 1914. When you study the case very well, you will see that 1914 amalgamation is our problem. We don't need to grammar for restructuring or referendum or whatever, because by the time they amalgamate us together, there's nowhere we sit down to do referendum that we want to be part of Nigeria or we don't be part of Nigeria. We are forced together. If you could remember vividly, 1957, when Antonio Neroro moved the motion in the house that we want to go, these Oyibo people, they are not allowed us because other part of Nigeria, they are not ready.
Yeah.
So, because they know if they leave Yoruba alone, Yoruba will supersede everything, even the white people, that they don't want to allow us to go. This time around, I want us to be encouraged. The fear in us, let it put aside. Let's fight this battle because of our incoming generation. Because if we fail to fight it now, that's the end. Màá rọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ìgbánú kan sí ọjà this time around. Èrù tó wà nínú wa, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé tì. Ẹ̀rù ló ń bà wá, kì í ṣe pé báyà expose. Àmọ́ tó dáa, ká dẹ̀ gbé pé mo fẹ́ oppress ẹnìkan wọn kálukú ló nílé ayé ẹ̀ láti gbé. kò sí ẹni tó máa lówó kán gbéyàn sí àárín owó tí ò bá ní kò ní ní.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ẹni tí ò dẹ̀ ní kò ní ní. tí Yorùbá bá dúró dá ní ìlú òyìnbó tá a wà àwọn tó wọ press àwọn tó lo bíbí kan lọ if you like it adẹ ló nílò míì tó lówó ẹ lọ́wọ́ tí ò lo bí ká tó yẹ pé bọ́ọ̀sì ló ń gán kiri gbóró bó ṣe fẹ́ live life ẹ nìyẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ káàkiri kọ́kọ́ ní freedom Nàìjíríà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ná kákọ́ ní freedom ká ní peace of mind. If you have freedom, if you have peace of mind, then you can be able to talk of other things.
Oh, of course.
With that freedom, with that peace of mind, you cannot talk of any other thing.
No development.
No development, nothing. You are living in fear. Kí ló fẹ́ ṣe tó fẹ́ progress.
No.
Ìwọ tó ń gbé nínú ẹ̀rù. Báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ ní ìlọsíwájú?
Thank you so much, sir.
So, àárọ̀ gbogbo wa. Pátápátá fear tó wà nù ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé tì ká jẹ́ ká face battery. One. Secondly, if there's going to be a means for us, kò ṣe ká má dá gbogbo ẹ̀ dá any group, from group, regroup again, ká tún regroup again. Ṣé ọ̀sán mi, ká tún regroup again. Mo fẹ́ ká wá miss bá a ṣe lè challenge 1914 amalgamation yẹn. Ó ti expire láti 1914. If can go to court on it, ká arrange it, ká challenge federal government. We force them to on the table. But this 1914 is a fraud. Our own generation, we are no abide to this.
No.
If our forefathers signed this thing, and we wait for you till 1914,
our forefathers didn't sign. Our forefather didn't sign them, so there's no proof. The only signing that Alaafin signed was in 1880. I think it was 1885 when the Queen Elizabeth came. I said Queen Elizabeth. When a queen came to Nigeria back then, to Yoruba land, and they signed as independent region, Yoruba region. Not even Nigeria was born back then. But sir, I'll let you round it up so that I can take my last question, sir. Go on.
Okay. If at all, either we sign document or we don't sign any document. If we can challenge them, because there's a kangaroo arrangement that's we can stay for 100 years. If we stay 100 years, we can rearrange ourselves again. So we challenge them in the court, put them on the table. That amalgamation of 1914, it has expired in 2014. So we have to rearrange our country, to decide if we want to continue or we don't want to continue. We don't need referendum. That's our referendum. That's 1914. It's our own referendum. So they will come. If we challenge them, Nigeria, if they don't go, then we take them to the war court. Say this amalgamation, we don't need, we are not interested to live together again.
We're part of it.
This is already a fire. We cannot continue. From there, after the 2014 expiring amalgamation, then you force another constitution, 1999 constitution on us to be ruling us for what? So if we can do something. Let's channel our energy through that one place. The OAS, throw it opus.
That's the suggestion as well. Brilliant one.
So that's my own submission.
Of dissolving, yeah. Thank you so much, sir. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to take my last, she's gone. For some reason, I think great. Finally got her back. Hi. Hello there.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
How are you? You see, people, why do you have to use another name tonight? Why didn't you use the one that they will know who is there? She decided to use Olawale. Well, let her talk. Go on.
Olawale.
Oh, Olawale. The lady, yeah. Please, ma'am.
It is very simple. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It is a very simple thing. Àyè ń pẹ̀gbẹ́ ni tá a bá jáde tán pátápátá mo ti sọ pé nọ́mbà wa and tán bá kó wa jọ rẹpẹtẹ Yorùbá ló ní pedigree tó dájú àṣà wa ló dájú ìwà wa ló dájú àkàwé jù tẹ̀m̀bẹ̀lẹ̀kú àtọ̀tẹ̀ ìyẹn náà wà nílẹ̀. Èèyàn kan sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ní ìgbà tó ń pa wọ́n ní gàngán ìṣèbí lídà àwọn láṣíwájú ta ló fa síwájú jẹ lídà onítọ̀hún yẹn bí ń ṣe wàyí tí tọ́ọ̀gì MC Olúọmọbọ́yé ló ya wèrè tó yẹn yeah tó tí appearance ẹ wà extremely deceptive tó bá ń sọ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ tó bá ń sọ nǹkan tó bá ti Yorùbá mu tó bá ń jẹ́ pé ìwà Yorùbá ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ló jẹ́ lọ́kàn is my leader.
God bless you.
So Ìgbòho tó jáde tọrọ wa jẹ́ lẹ́mìí yeah is my leader.
Because he
ended.
ended.
Leader. Leader àwọn wo.
Aṣíwájú àwọn wèrè, aṣíwájú àwọn.
No, leader àwọn wo ló jẹ́. Ọ̀ṣọ́bà náà jáde lánàá. In fact, as a matter of fact, Maiyegun, tó bá mú Ọ̀ṣọ́bà sílẹ̀, tó bá má ṣíwájú sílẹ̀ mo máa tò sẹ́yìn Bọ́lá Tinubu. Ẹn tó gbé jáde lánàá yẹn, ó worst gan ni. Cause àti láwọn èèyàn tó jáde tó fẹ́ di governor state tó Ọ̀ṣọ́bà wà yẹn, àmọ́rú role tó play ń bẹ̀. Àmọ́ bó ṣe da gbogbo ẹ̀rú tó dàrú tí kò lójútùú mọ́. But you know why I'm happy?
Tell me.
Whatever it is, táwọn ará bí ń ṣe. Ó ń ṣe fún wa ní pé èṣù lákàyé lábẹ̀ sí wọn ni o. Bóyá èṣù láàlú lábẹ̀ sí wọn ni o. Whatever tó ń ṣe, ó máa padà favour wa ni. Fúnra wọn ló máa fúnra wọn lóògùn jẹ. Last, bóyá máa lọ nìyẹn. Wọ́n ti ń jára wọn lẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀. Wọ́n ti gbá Hausa lórí Yorùbá, wọ́n ti gbọ́ ọmọrí gbá, wọ́n ti gbélé gbá, wọ́n ti gbéyà gbá lọ́mọrí gbá, it is okay. A ti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé Jagawiwi, òun ló máa join ní kíní last.
Àwọn èèyàn ń repeat
so bó ṣe fẹ́ join ẹ̀ last yẹn, òun ló máa wọkọ̀ yìí last, we've said it severally. Ẹni tí ò bá mọ̀ ni ò mọ̀, ẹni tí ò bá tẹ̀lé ni ò tẹ̀lé. Òun ló máa join ẹ̀ last. So we are just waiting. And dúró kí gbogbo ṣòṣì wọn dé, but Yoruba Nation has come to stay and it will. So tá bá ti lè gbára wa jọ, tá mọ̀ pa ní nọ́mbà.
Ìyẹn ni everybody should go back to their different communities. Everybody.
Talk to your people. Let them know. Let your people know. Talk to them.
That's right.
Ani Arawa, we have the number. Maiyegun, we are going places. We will get it. Baba Akintoye tẹ́yin wò yẹn. Baba yẹn, ìlú òyìnbó Amẹ́ríkà yẹn, àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ tó kọ́ ní school tó wà ní United Nations wà ńbẹ̀. Jẹ́ pé ìwé tó bá gbé wọlé síbẹ̀, wọ́n máa kà á, tí Wọlé Ṣóyínká bá gbéwèé débẹ̀, wọ́n lè má kà á. So n tó bá gbé wọlé ó máa kà, is a very honourable man. Sàwọn tó ń lead wa lọ tá à ń tẹ̀lé wọn ẹ̀, àṣẹ ọkọ̀ wọ́ ó. Adèmádélé ìlérí, amadélé ayọ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run, gbogbo tá a fẹ́ ṣe ló máa padà yọrí sí rere. Tó bá wá ń ka àwọn tó máa wọnú Yorùbá Nation yẹn, oníṣe wá ní Moses tó ń wo lẹ̀ lérí lọ́ọ̀kan tí ò padà débẹ̀, gbogbo ala máa débẹ̀ láyọ̀ àtàlàfíà. Because if we do not do this now, bàbá tó sọ pé àwọn parents wa tó sọ̀rọ̀ tán tó láwọn parents wa, àwọn yẹn bold, irọ́ lọ́pàá. Àwọn parents wa mú mọ́ra ni. Ìgbà tí ò ṣe é mú mọ́ra mọ́ làwa jà síta yẹn. Tá a bá mú mọ́ra, òṣì tó bá gbé wá bá àwọn ọmọ àwọn yẹn náà máa gbà wọlé ni. Wọ́n máa gbà wọlé ni. Wọ́n máa ní wo àwọn òbí wa faradà, ẹ rántí ọmọ ẹni tí ìwọ ń ṣe. Ẹ bá lọ fa wàhálà wá fún mi, nǹkan táwọn parents wa máa ń sọ ń gbà yẹn nìyẹn. But they were surviving. Yeah? Ó ti pẹ́ táwọn èèyàn ti live. People are not living in this country. Maiyegun, people are not living. Ẹ kówó dání báyìí. Ẹ ní rí ohun tẹ́ fẹ́ fi rà. Owó yẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ kò too easy láti get.
Easy.
Gbẹ̀yìn onípadà rí ohun tó fẹ́ fi rà. Sọ́nbù là ń lọ. Sọ́nbù là ń lọ.
Ìjọ́ tí mo sọ nípa ẹ̀yin elite princess. Tí mo ní ẹ̀yin elite tẹ́ pé ẹ ti wò pé you know Ọlọ́run kò ṣe lówó yín tẹ́lẹ̀ náà and all of that, yeah. Now that moment coming like you know, like you said.
Maiyegun, it is not kò sí elite níbì kan o.
Yeah.
Kò sí elite ní anywhere. Ìyà tó bá jẹ tálákà kò sí wé fẹ́ lówó nùlù yìí. Ìyà tó ń jẹ tálákà máa jẹ orí títì kan náà lè máa jọ gbà kọjá. Traffic kan náà lẹ́jọ́ máa jókòó sínú ìwọ lè jókòó sínú AC. Òun á wà nú bọ́ọ̀sì wá sí window ilé atẹ́gùn Ọlọ́run á máa fẹ́ sí wọ. Atẹ́gùn tó ń generate láti inú engine á máa fẹ́ sónítọ̀hún. Òjòjọ́ máa pa yín ni mọ́tò yín jọ máa wọ mi. In fact, ìyà tó bá jẹ́ tí ò lówó lọ́wọ́. Ìyà tó máa jẹ́ elite. Ó pọ̀ jù tó bá wọ Bentley wọnú omi.
Elite.
Over Bentley about 1.5 million àbí 1.7 million nísìn. Báwo ló yẹ fẹ́ ṣe? How do you go about it? So kò sí bí ọ̀ṣẹ́ fẹ́ lówó tó ní Nàìjíríà táwa náà ìyà jẹ́ ṣáà ni.
Torí Ọlọ́run.
Ìyà máa jẹ́ ni. So kọ́lọ̀ ń ṣàánú gbogbo wa dé kó jẹ́ ká rí lè lérí wọ̀. Ká rí tiwa ṣe. Kí Yoruba Nation yẹn dé ká dẹ̀ má relent rárá. We have the number. Mo ti sọ ẹni tó bá and power. It is not given. Bí Àmẹ́chí bí Wike ṣe sọ lánàá. It is taken. Ẹni tó dẹ̀ lágbára dání kò ní múlẹ̀. Tó bá múlẹ̀ kò ní wúlò fóun fúnra rẹ̀ mọ́. And whatever power we give to our leaders is what they have. Taba fún wọn lágbára pé ẹ máa ṣe wá bá ibẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ lọ. Máa ṣe taba. See, immediately there is hunger. Yeah, in a country. I love where this is all going, Maiyegun. When there is hunger, there will be resistance. Security resistance bá dé bàbá. Àwọn èèyàn máa jẹra wọn, àwọn olóṣì máa jẹ olówó ni. Tẹ́bí ń pa. Yeah, you can't tell a terrorist kó value life títí ẹ̀. Because terrorists already ó ti value life títí ẹ̀ lesser. So coming ayé títí ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ pápátá. So olóṣì máa jẹ olówó seriously ní kọ́kàn mọ́bi tán máa jẹ wọ́n sí nítorí gbogbo àjọ ń jìyà ìpapọ̀ báyìí.
Wọ́n ti rojú yín sí tó bá ti lé yín mú ẹ̀kọ́ sọ fún wa nípa pé I'm on your side ìkan náà ni wà.
Kò sí ọ̀n tó lè lé mi mú Maiyegun. Kò sí ọ̀n tó lè lé mi mú. You know why?
Tí àwọn poor people bá rẹ̀ wọ́n ní there will be a time that.
Kò sí ohun tó jọ Maiyegun. Ṣé èmi bọ́wọ́ kò ń ṣe pé everybody ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni. Nígbà tẹ́bi ṣiṣẹ́ kí làwọn poor people ń ṣe.
Ẹ máa padà ṣe spirit the call ni ẹ máa padà láti explain ara yín identify yourself.
Bàbá ìjọba gan ò lè gbé mi bí n ṣe wà. You know why?
Tell us.
Wọ́n á béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi pé ṣé àwọn tó lọ support yẹn wọ́n lò support àwọn lágbájá òun support tàmẹ̀dù. Àwọn tó lọ support yẹn wọ́n ní nǹkan tó sọ bá tèmi mu ni. Nǹkan tó ń sọ yìí ó bá tèmi mu ṣé nǹkan tó ń sọ yẹn ṣóòótọ́ ni? Yes. Ṣé mo key into it? Ó lè lọ mọ́lẹ̀ kí ní kó má pa. Maiyegun tó bá mọ́lẹ̀ bí kan sí mo lè ní kó má pa. Tó bá ní kí ni reason tí mo fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ máa nítorí pé tó lọ jà lólè yẹn ti ṣe èmi tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Yeah, so tó bá ní lágbájá ṣe kinní kan àjọ wa ń bẹ̀ ni ṣé ìyá yóò jọ máa jẹ gbogbo wa ni mo gbọ́ lọ́wọ́ ìyálà ìyá gbogbo wọn ti paná Maiyegun wọn ti múná lọ.
Wọ́n ti múná yín lọ princess.
Wọ́n ti múná lọ. Òun là ń sọ o. In fact, Maiyegun sì ní ó yẹ ká ra cut out ká máa play ẹ̀ fáwọn olórí burúkú yìí ni. 60 years ní iná lọ ti pamọ́ ìyá wọn lórí yẹn. Iná lọ pamọ́ they've obstructed it. It is gone. Àmọ́ wá tọ generator màá tún wá fẹ́ lọ ra epo. Màá fẹ́ lọ ra epo Maiyegun mi tún màá tún kówó dání mi ní epo rà. Ṣọ́ lórí burúkú ni gbogbo wọn ni. Àbáyé bá mi ṣe wọ́n ni.
Of course, mo believe.
Àwa ní kúrò. Ẹ tó bá ní ká má ya kúrò. Ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ máa ya kúrò lára ẹ̀ ni.
Àmín. Ọlọ́run á wá wọlá lẹ́yìn.
Ẹ̀mí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ máa gbọ́n lẹ̀ báyìí ni bí milk oníyẹ̀wò. Àwọn olórí burúkú jàjàtì. Ṣé bóun rèé, we are there. Àìkó fálẹ̀ bá ṣe generator ló máa tàn sí. Àwọn máa sá kílò káàkiri, a máa ṣiṣẹ́. See, Maiyegun, it is so bad to the extent that àwọn èèyàn, they are so ó ti ṣiṣẹ́ pa wọn ti ẹ̀ ráyè ètò òṣèlú mọ́. They don't even watch the news. They don't listen to anything. Iṣẹ́ ni. When NEPA is bringing 35,000 naira bill to you every month, minimum wage is 30,000 naira. The bag of rice is 30,000 naira or 32,000 naira. How do you survive in a country like this? Tell me. How will a normal person survive in a country like this? How will they survive? Maiyegun, Bamisoro. How will they survive?
It's tough.
Generator lotoi. How will people survive? Àwọn àjọkò Àtíkù ló máa pa gbogbo yín àtàṣíwájú.
Láti kọ̀kan nù.
Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀lé wọn. In fact, gbogbo wọn máa fọwọ́ dín ní. Because this is wrong.
Sad.
A lè lọ síwájú, a lè padà sẹ́yìn. Everybody kò wá stagnant ni. Àwọn tó ń gba pension, àwọn tó lọ ṣiṣẹ́ ìlú òyìnbó, àwọn yẹn láyé wọn dá báyìí Maiyegun. Because dollar lọ sókè, so àwọn tó ń gba pension láti ìlú òyìnbó. Ayé àwọn yẹn wà òkè. Àwọn tó ń gba pension Nàìjíríà, ẹ tó bá ń gba 500 láti 1980. 500 yẹn náà lọ́yìn bàbá sọ fáyé ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ pápápá. Bàbá ayé ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ báyẹn. You know? Oh, Maiyegun, let me go.
Sísìn báyìí sìn, ẹ máa ní láti gba fresh air níta kó tó di pé ẹ máa lọ
tán. No, a ti tan generator báyìí. Fresh air kẹ̀.
Gbogbo máa lọ kara yín pa sínú bẹ̀rẹ̀ sìn right away bẹ̀rẹ̀ ti ṣúná.
Gbogbo wa máa wà nulẹ̀, the generator is on, we'll run it like that. Tó bá yẹ wá tún tán náà, you know, òṣì tó ń ṣe nìyẹn. So where do we, why should we be here? Why should we be here? Gbogbo àwọn tá à ń sọ yìí, gbogbo àwọn tó ní free education là ń sọ yìí. All of them had free education. Kọ́ sí bàbá owó lọ́wọ́. Free education yẹn ṣáwa ní sìn. Màá wá owó tí màá fi send àwọn ọmọ lọ private school. Yeah? Màá ra epo sí generator. Hospital, o máa need láti travel out àbí kó wábi tó dájú tó ti máa tọ́jú ara ẹ̀ ń bí ni. Island hospital tó ń lò láìland. You pay like 10 million tó bá máa wọbẹ̀ fún COVID. So where are we going? Àwọn wèrè dẹ̀ lọ lóyìnbó ló tọ́jú ara wọn ká kúlù fún gbogbo wọn pátá. Àwọn olórí burúkú jáde.
Princess, you know that they make magic a lot, but you know, she has to go now, and I have to go as well. My time is totally up. I mean, we are going to have this people's parliament again. Oh, it's so fun, and I love the whole conversation, but time is so gone, right? And I don't even have a roundup. They've done it for me. So thank you so much, everybody, for your time. Thank you so much for that super chat. By the way, I missed that in the comments. Before you all leave this broadcast tonight, remember, like the broadcast, share it. If you haven't subscribed on my channel, subscribe. We can have the People's Parliament again sometime soon. It's fun, isn't it? Thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And if you are just joining us, you can watch this from the start again. It is quite interesting. And I'm going to play the replay of this broadcast is going to start tomorrow, just before the evening broadcast, okay? You should join us if you would like to. And this is where we're going to draw the curtains. And good night, everyone.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. Ijó ìgbádùn yẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. Ìpẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù. olówó nìna kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní èsúra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní èsúra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní èsúra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òkúra olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní èsúra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀súra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkan ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.